What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. I'm Bobby. Hey, Ray. How's it going?
This is Ray. Sorry.
Hey, how's it going? This is Diego.
And I'm all out of sorts. So Chi turned into a guy, and we're all switched around. You don't even know what we had to do for that intro to work the way it did. It was a zigzag formation. I'm a little fucked up right now.
I forgot
but we're gonna get right
name.
into the show. We have so much stuff up on top that Bobby's going to take the lead on this, so it's short and concise.
Okay. So another reminder, our DLG Con 2020 house is available. The rooms are posted on the Google form there. You can go to, you can scroll down and look at the show notes of this episode and see what we have available there. All the information is there. If you have any questions, you can contact us or Days on Discord. But be a part of it, guys. This is going to be great. So September 28th or 24th through 28th, during TwitchCon in San Diego, we're going to be renting out a huge house, and there's going to be a lot of people there. We're going to be hanging out, playing games, hopefully planning some stuff, going out and just enjoying San Diego.
Yeah. So it's going to get better as we go on. We'll add more to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So be a part of that. Check it out. Also, Battle Stations, the r/Battle Stations subreddit is, I think that giveaway ends today, and we're going to be picking our winners on the next episode. So if you're watching live right now on Twitch, you got another day to do it. If you're listening to the podcast, too late. Sorry. But it is...
Submit.
So it's the show us your rear ends. We want to see the backs of your computers. We want to see your cable management. What?
Did you just whisper on a podcast?
Yeah, so we'll be picking the winners, gathering up all the submissions for the next episode. Hopefully some interesting ones there.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, our new website is done. I've got to reorganize these monitors. This is killing me. I'm in a whole new spot, guys, so bear with me.
To see our new podcast or to see our new website, go to our old website, dlgame.net, and click on new website. No. It's just, it is what it is. You get there, and it has a picture of a microphone, so you know you're at the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, it's gray and black, and I like it.
Yeah, the colors are good. It looks better on mobile. It's got all our stuff on there. We've got feeds from our Twitch and Instagram. It just looks a little more modern.
Pictures of butts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and our profiles. Look at that. Look at that.
God, those are the best pictures we've all ever taken, except for Christian.
What the fuck's Christian doing there?
Yeah, Sniper could just fuck off. Tell me it doesn't look weird. Yeah. I would pick him last for every baseball team.
Let's go to LinkedIn.
All right. Oh, and our sponsors are on there, too. Check those out. Yep.
Okay, I don't get the percentage. What is that? PC gaming 50%, dumb jokes 16%. Damn, that math is awesome.
That's the Sniper's attempt at humor.
Yeah. But I think the website came together really nice. Thanks, Sniper, for helping out with that. And yeah, you can get to just about everything you need on there. All right.
Cool. Damn, you knocked that shit out quick, man.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to...
No, we can skip that.
Okay. And we're also going to be skipping On the Radar. So it's a dead time of year, guys. There's not a lot happening, not a whole lot of games coming out. I know some people posted some things in Discord, but this is our Game of the Year episode, so we want to make sure we have room for that.
I was actually thinking, but too late now. But I was going to try to do, because when I was doing the notes earlier, I was like, we should put our most anticipated games of 2020. We're going to just say it right now. Most anticipated game of 2020.
Let's do the next episode.
But then we'll be in 2020 already.
Because we're skipping On the Radar now. Next week, we can focus on the radar.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's talk to Diego for a second. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Good.
Was that like a handshake? I thought it was like a handshake.
Oh yeah,
It's like fuck your gloves.
Yeah, these gloves are weird, man. First of all, let's start with explain your gloves. So your gloves have hats.
They're fingerless gloves.
So in case I get really cold, I could go like that.
Right, but we live in San Diego.
And then my thumb could hide.
Yeah,
All right, cool, man.
Yeah,
If
thanks.
you're if it makes you happy, I'm happy.
It makes me so happy.
All right, good.
Well, maybe we should properly introduce Diego here.
I'm trying to get there.
We just throw new people on the podcast and just keep going like nothing
I
happened.
know.
That's you, Ray.
Yeah, so some of you guys know Diego or will have heard of Diego or played with Diego already like, recently on DLG. But he's a guy that I helped us out with our WASD video, the first one. So that's probably the first time you heard about him. He's been my buddy since high school, since we were like 13, 14 years old. He got a PC like last year or 2 years ago. When was it?
I've had it for about 3 years.
Okay, never mind. I lied. But
I've had it for a long time, but I didn't like really PC gamer.
but he just realized he can actually game on it.
Because it's made for like editing. and
Editing,
whatnot.
yeah. So he's so he started playing with us, and did I get you or you got it? Call of Duty.
I got it.
Yeah.
To your wife's thrillment, right? I'm
Oh yeah,
sure.
she loves it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, she walks in. It's hilarious, dude. It's so funny. We're gaming. He's like, "I'll be right back, guys." And he goes, and he walks back. All right, I'm back. We're good. And then he'll say something.
I'll be right back.
Baby, please. Baby, please. Baby, please.
Sometimes she
Oh yeah,
like,
guys. I put her in her place. Though.
like I know, right? Told her to fucking no. So and then he's the door's closed, and she'll still open the door and be like, "I heard that." It's hilarious. But yeah, Diego started gaming with us lately, and right now we've been playing a couple games. But we'll talk about it more later. on the
very
podcast.
akin to Daniel, really. Like,
Huh?
well, like he's new to PC gaming, but they just kind of fit right in, right?
Yeah,
So
because we used to play heavy Xbox back in the day, like Halo and like
right,
all
right.
that Call of Duty stuff, all Xbox Live stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, so Diego's been an Xbox gamer more than anything.
Well, I started playing PC back in like 2001. When was the first Call of Duty to come out?
Put the mic in your face.
Oh, right
yeah.
there.
There you go.
When did the first Call of Duty come out?
99.
First
Yeah,
one
so-
ever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I used to play on PC.
Yeah.
And then I think that was the only game I played. That one, Medal of Honor, and then I stopped playing. And then I just jumped into console.
You know, I went back and played the first Call of Duty maybe 6 months ago,
I
and
remember that.
it still has a vibrant multiplayer scene. There were 300 people playing that game.
What?
Really?
Call of Duty 1. Yeah.
Here's the
We
one that-
talked about this.
There's
Yeah.
the one that had that scene from Enemy
remember.
at the Gates, right? Where you like they give you a weapon and then you go in.
Huh? Was
Might
that-
have.
what- was
I
that-
did play through the single player, so I should know that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've been playing a lot of. What are you on Discord? You're D-Rob, right?
Yeah, I'm doing
Okay, so people might have seen you around there.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
the connoisseur.
Yeah.
But it's cool though. Like our community is so welcoming. Like he's just there chilling, and people just come in and start
Yeah,
talking
man.
like they know him, and everyone's super nice. Like so, you guys should jump on our Discord and just play with us. It's super fun on there.
Yeah, it's been pretty active lately. I feel like there's been a lot of people around the holidays playing. Worms WMD really took off one night. A lot of people were playing that.
More than one night. I believe it's been multiple nights. And Ray, you own it. So
Zap's giving me shit. But
I
what's
was
up?
gonna you own WMD Worms.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just found out today when Days was like, "Hey, like we're playing Worms." I'm like, "Oh, let me check." And I'm like, Worms. I don't know. No, that's Bobby. Bobby owns every Worms.
Yeah.
And then on the very bottom, it's like me. And they had it. I'm like, oh, dope. I had no clue.
WMD is a new one. I think it was on a Humble Bundle.
Yes, that's why.
But yeah, that's the one you want to be playing right now. I used to love that game way back in the day.
Yeah, me too.
Like it was such a fantastic game. And I don't think it's really changed that much with the new iterations. I've kind of added new things, but I have not touched WMD.
Yeah, there's tanks and RC cars and
Oh, really?
a bunch of
$7 right now on Steam.
Yeah,
Not
but-
bad. That winter sale's popping, man.
I haven't
Yeah.
played that in forever. Worms, right?
Yeah, Worms WMD.
Yeah,
It's $7,
yeah.
dude.
$7 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just don't tell your wife.
Yeah.
Is she listening right now? Is she watching?
Dude, I sent her the link.
No. Hi, Ruth.
All right. Well, let's talk
AKA
about some,
ruthless. dude.
Ooh, if she is, dude.
Stop. She says that.
I just imagined something dirty.
So after the show last week, Ray, Emilio, and I sat down and played The Binding of Isaac: Four Souls. So this is a tabletop card game. We had talked about it a little bit last week, but we hadn't played it. So.
I haven't had so much fun in a while playing a board game type thing, card game type thing. I was so into it.
Yeah, and you won. But
I
anyway.
won.
It was a long game.
Yeah.
It was like an hour and a half.
And you won because I thought I thought Bobby was so far, and he was so far ahead that I need to ruthlessly attack him.
So we
Yeah,
teamed
it was
up.
like 2v1 for most of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Bobby had, so
The Mexicans teamed up on the white guy, guys.
get used to it, white people. Speaking of which, I don't know if I've talked about this, but I'm on the construction site now. And it's literally 50-50. So it's half Mexicans, half white.
Yeah, around there normally.
And in the bathroom, it is warfare. Sharpie warfare. Like it's like Trump 2020, fuck Mexicans, and then a dick going into like a sombrero or something like that. And then it's so unfortunate that the Mexicans try to fight back in broken English. Like, no, you bad. You're like, oh God, guys, you're making it worse.
No, tú es joto.
Yeah. So that's what's going on in my life.
Wow.
But man, I think it helps that we're all gamers, so we understand the mechanics. Most of the mechanics. There's some mechanics from Magic the Gathering in there, but you guys understood them right away.
Yeah, we fell into place pretty quick. So it was our
Yeah.
first time playing, and there were a lot of questions. And the cool thing about tabletop card games, you play a video game and it's got these set rules and they are enforced by the game and you cannot break out of them. But in a tabletop card game, it's like, okay, what's the rule here? And then you look it up, and then it's kind of open to interpretation. kind of.
Yeah.
Like a lot is open to interpretation in
It said
a card game.
we encourage, what is it, like bartering, begging, and like trading, whatever. Fuck each other over is basically what the game
Yeah, there's a
is
little
set up.
monopoly in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but what happened with one card that I had, the God's Head, so that kind of dominated the
Which
game.
is probably the most.
Yeah, that was so
I could
powerful
change a die
card.
roll into a 1 or a 6 once per round. But what happened was Emilio got another card and it said, once per turn you can destroy an item. And then I read it again and I'm like, I think it says at random, so we need to pick somebody at random.
Yeah.
And then I read it again and it's like, oh, you're included too. If it's random, then it could be one of your items as well.
Yeah.
So like it took a few tries, but again, this is not something that you run into with like video games. A video game is just like very clear about what the rule is. And then if you try to break it, like it's built into the video game where you can't. So
It was fun learning together too, I think.
yeah.
And even though we were learning as we were going, like by the end of the game, I feel like we had a really good grasp, and we were learning while. I mean, we were having fun while we were learning. Like we were laughing, giggling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like we totally teamed up against Bobby, and but I noticed as we kept teaming up on him, I was gaining an advantage, so I stayed quiet.
yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I had no advantage myself. I was
I
just
played
like,
the
fuck Bobby, fuck him.
I know.
Fuck him.
I played the super duper long con on this one, but then again, I had no clue.
I think there's a bit of an overreaction to my penny tax.
No, it wasn't the penny attacks, man. It was that fucking card, dude. You just kept messing.
yeah.
We couldn't do anything. Every time we thought we were gonna win, it just nope,
Yeah.
no, a soul for you,
So
nope.
Ray played something where, like, this one was specific. It said something like, if you roll a 6 or a 1, something like your turn is over. So Ray did his turn. It was like a 4, and he got whatever he wanted. And Ray's like, Bobby's like, no, I'm going to turn it into a 6.
Yeah,
And then, which he could have went with 1 and still got the same effect, but making it a 6 makes it worse because it's the best roll you could get. And then, well, Ray did something else to like, well, I'm gonna re-roll, and
Yeah.
I got a 3. And he's like, well, I'm gonna use energy
Yeah,
to
to
unlock my
recharge.
shit and turn it into a 6 again. And we all laughed so hard on like how shitty of a person Bobby is, really.
yeah. It's like,
Well, that's the thing about these types of games. It makes you make those really mean decisions. It's like
Yeah.
a board game like Sorry or something. Like
Yeah.
you cannot play that game, or Monopoly. You have to be a little bit of an asshole
Yeah,
to
for
play
sure.
that game.
the
I've been
podcast
wanting to play it.
almost ended that day. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah. It went on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not how that's not a typical game. I'm going to go out on a limb.
There were a lot of unusual things. I mean, first of all, I got the God's Head item right away, and
Yeah.
second of all,
Yeah.
we had 2 very difficult monsters right away that were hard to kill. So
Yeah.
we needed to
Yeah.
kind of build up our resources a little bit in order to take them on. So
And we all kind of work together sometimes to get rid of those monsters. 'cause
yeah.
We knew.
Plus, we were figuring out the game too.
Yeah. We still didn't know we had to attack every round. That's the only one that maybe would have sped up the game a little bit.
We didn't, though.
Yeah, we
didn't?
looked it
Oh,
up.
you looked it up?
Yeah, I looked
Oh,
it
never
up.
mind.
So,
I mean, I wasn't paying attention.
anyway,
So how much is this game? Like, if
think
people
it's
want to
like-
buy it.
I think it's usually $40. I got it for 30, I think.
Yeah.
It's 25
On sale.
Well, it was $25 on here, but
Yeah, it's on, I'm looking at it on Kickstarter, but I think it should be available somewhere else as well.
So I would give it like a 10 out of 10, except for like learning curve. If you want to show your mom, your girlfriend, your daughter this game, I named all women, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I meant like somebody that isn't game, games aren't big in their life. This is going to be very hard to explain. But since we all play video games, we picked it up all the time. Diego, do you play board games much?
I do, yeah. I play like the Rick and Morty games.
Oh, they have a board game?
They have several based on like different episodes, and then
What?
yeah, and then
Are they officially sponsored by them?
Yeah.
Or are you playing some bootleg shit?
yeah, some
he made it
Mexican
himself
thing.
and TJ
Yeah.
from
I'm like,
Mexico.
oh, Ricardo. you know?
El Ricardo y el Morty.
But that's what I was looking at, Bobby. So it's an actual, it's an actual card game. It's not like a video game.
Yeah, it's an actual tabletop card game. It's got like 3 decks of cards. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of aspects to it, like a lot of rules to it, but ultimately it looks pretty cool.
Well, what I really liked about this is that the monster deck that you fight in order to basically win the game has 100 cards. So there's 100 different monsters. And then the golden items, the treasure, I think they're called, there's 100 different ones. And all of them are game rule bending. There's 100 different ones.
so your different playthroughs can change drastically.
Drastically.
So if we were to play another game later, then it probably would have been totally different than what we had played.
It might be a 20-minute game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bad part about these is that you have to actually have people that you can play with in real life, unless someone puts it on. What's that game they have on Steam?
Tabletop Simulator.
Tabletop Simulator. I wonder if this is on there. I'm always surprised at all the stuff they put on Tabletop Simulator, so maybe it is. But
That would be cool.
I wonder how they get past a lot of the licensing piracy issues with that.
Because it's generally people modding a game, right? So I think modders, for some reason, have some sort of protection over that stuff. But I don't know how it works.
But either way, if you have people to play this with, then I definitely recommend it.
Yep.
It's a good game. Plus,
gonna
Binding of Isaac themed.
I guarantee I'm going to try to get these guys to play over
They got
after
it.
this episode. Who?
Tabletop Simulator Workshop, Steam
Yep,
Workshop.
There it is.
Dude, we should play.
Nice.
They have the die. They have like both dies. They have everything on there.
Yeah, I think we got a DLG game night coming up soon.
Oh, shit.
Tabletop Simulator is a must-have for that.
Yeah. So,
What is that?
Diego, so I don't know how they did this, but Tabletop Simulator is $20 on Steam.
Okay.
And they simulate any game, basically.
Like a board game?
Like any of them.
Any of them.
From chess to Monopoly to fucking Candyland.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all just like quick downloads that you could own. And I don't think it's stealing.
You're
Like,
not-
nobody's breaking the law.
Yeah.
And you could just have all these games, dude. All the way up to so the most expensive board game that I know of is the Star Wars one where it's like spaceship battles.
Okay.
And where you have to pay like, it's $100 a set and there's like 8 sets, you know, and it's all about like dogfighting and it's a really good game. It's just on there.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So it's like $20, and then is it like a subscription or
No,
is it
that's it.
No, that's it.
That's it.
just $20? And it
Yeah.
comes
That's
with
it.
those
And then
games?
like something's on sale. I think when I bought it, it was like $7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tabletop
$8.
Simulator $9.99 right now.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah. There you go.
Steam sale. Look at that.
Just
Yeah,
buy it
dude.
right now.
We
If
can
you're
do-
listening, buy it now.
Yeah.
Dude, we can jump on there like right now. Hey, do you want to play some Monopoly? Cool. And then everyone just buy it. And then if you have a VR headset,
Yeah.
you can just like look around and
Yeah. And so the best part about this is while you're playing with people and like their little user icons are all around the table, you can take out like a pen and you can start drawing stuff, or you can like create shapes or pictures. Like it's pretty funny. You can throw things around. I don't know. It's been a while since I played
Do they
it.
have wizard's chess?
What's Wizard's Chest?
Don't know, but probably
Harry
they
Potter?
have. Like I'm telling you, I am
That looks pretty cool, man.
like everything that I've thought of. They just have on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tabletop
Trivial
simulator.
Pursuit was a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
You'd be surprised what
This guy
some
just
people don't know.
fucking shit up on the-
Yeah,
And
you
then
can knock the pieces around. You can flip the
you can-
board.
Yeah, you can put fuck this.
Yeah, don't do that though. So that DLG game night is going to be January 5th, 2 p.m. Ray, I can't see past your shoe there. What's that say?
Sorry.
2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. So definitely be a part of that. I'm going to have to move some things around, but I'm pretty sure I can be there. Oh yeah, I can do that.
Chinese
They have
checkers.
Go.
But yeah, that is always a blast. Like if you ever wanted to have a really good time with the DLG community, figure out what we're all about.
It's good just to
that's the
have
place.
in reserve,
Yeah,
especially for $10.
this is a
Yeah.
must buy.
A lot of us bought it when we had the first kind of game nights
Yeah.
back like last year.
I would love to play a Monopoly game with the DLG people.
Fuck.
Dude, Monopoly, it's too long.
Hopefully, it's faster on here.
It would end. We would all hate each other forever.
Okay. So what else we got here? Let's get through some of these games. Sword and Souls Neverseen.
Yeah, so I picked this up on the winter sale. I spent $50. So I got a $50 gift card from work, right? I've been working there for 1 week. They're like, hey, happy Christmas. And I was like, sweet. So $50 gift card. And then, one of those visas. Sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent $49.99, or really close, like $49.69. And I got a bunch of games, and like 3 games, I think. And I accidentally charged it to my regular credit card. So it was all bullshit. It was all a dream, man.
I've done that before.
Yeah. And so it didn't really matter at the end. So I guess I'm going to take my girl out for chicken nuggets or something instead.
Expensive ass chicken nuggets.
So I only played this game for an hour, but it has things that I like so far. I don't know. So I went out in the world and got my ass kicked, like bad. First boss, not even first boss, first enemy, second enemy.
Just get your ass kicked. First one?
Just can't beat it, right? I'm like, what is going on? All right, let me go back to the base. Looking, so you got a hometown, and you could do different kind of training. So I did the training, and the training is training you like defense and offense and different things like that. And here's the crazy thing: it's hand-eye coordination, real training. What's going on?
No, nothing. Just reading the chat. Ignore me.
Oh, real hand-eye coordination stuff. So you're actually being trained. It's almost like one of those things where you go for FPS and you're going for clicking or whatever. And so you're mechanically getting better at stuff. I'm not saying that made me better at the game, but your character level, the way you level up is not killing monsters. It's going into these training sessions and doing well. Really? And they're actually fun. But I only have an hour in. So I'll get back to you next week on whether or not you should pick it up.
So
it's overwhelmingly positive right now.
Yeah, very good reviews. This is an RPG adventure game. Looks like turn-based combat.
Yeah, much like Final Fantasy.
And it is on sale for $11.99.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Usually $14.99.
I kind of like the art style. I kind of don't like the art style. It's like hit or miss. On this one, it's kind of cute, but at the same time, it's almost there's like a halfway point. And it's like a little bit.
Yeah, they look like Rayman Legends.
yeah.
It's like a head and a body, and then the feet. There's no arms or legs.
A little weird, but I don't know.
It's
it's
very cartoony, but it has kind of that cartoony look that you see in those really those really sketchy mobile games. You know, like I don't know.
That was my biggest concern with this game. It really, really, really feels like a mobile game because it has all these things where you can spend time on to get better,
Or you could pay.
or you can, well, there's no
There's no
none of
paying
that.
option?
No,
Okay.
no. Well, at least I haven't run into it.
Okay.
Was that chocolate that important, dude?
I'm better than your review.
All right. So Emilio and I had a chance to play some Risk of Rain 2 today. And I felt like this was the first time I actually played this game. I have played this game before, but this was the first time I really got into it.
That was the one thing I was gonna say is like you've played it maybe 4 times. This is the first time you actually got to play it.
I don't know how you guys didn't nominate this for a game. I would have thought it would have been one of your like nominations for.
I mean, it's.
I think you guys
good.
forgot about it.
It's different.
It's good, but I don't know if it's like
Yeah, not
great.
game of the year.
Yeah, on sale for $16 right now. So I mean, I don't have any characters unlocked. I kept playing the Huntress, who is a very weak character, dies very easily. So that's really hard to start out with. But I felt like I had more of a handle on the game now. I kind of see what other people see in it. It's just like it's like a grind fest. It's like nonstop, just slaughtering enemies and just getting more and more powerful and trying to get more powerful than whatever level you happen to be at. Always that fluctuation there. But what I didn't like was every time I died, it was just a one shot and kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was because I just didn't understand something visually on screen. Like I saw these circles and I'm like, well, they're blue. They kind of look, I don't know, robotic or something. And Emilio is playing a robot. Maybe it's one of his abilities. This goes through my head in like a split second. I make the decision, I'm just going to stay here and keep DPSing. And then boom, they blow up and I'm dead.
But then what happened an hour and a half later when that exact same thing happened?
No, it was something else.
Oh, was it really? Yeah. It just happened to be the same boss?
Yeah, something else killed me and I can't remember what it was. But it was kind of a similar situation where I just didn't understand what something meant. And getting one shot never feels good, right?
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's just how it happens. Get us some ice, dude. And then we both have drinks.
But there have been new characters and big updates recently. And I don't know, were you weren't playing one of the new characters, were you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, the loader?
The loader. I love that character. He Spider-Man's around, and it's just added so much. Every character, I won't say everyone. Out of the last 3, I only liked one of them. But it really changes the game style and what you can do and stuff. And that's what really keeps this game going. It changes. It's like almost like Deep Block Galactic, where every one of their updates changes so much about the game, but almost all of them are improvements. You never be like, why the fuck did they do that? It's almost like always good shit. So,
Yeah.
But I was really curious what you thought about. It's hard to put this game in a box because there's not anything really like it. Like you're supposed to grind, and then you really don't get anything about grinding out, as opposed to like other games where you grind and you get shit for grinding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you unlock more characters. I think that's kind of the progression you're looking for as you're playing. You identify more items, but that's just kind of like
Yeah, dude.
What do they call that when you identify items? They have a name for that in games. It's like a something system.
I don't know, but
Not a loot system, but a codex or I don't know.
sure. But that you're talking about like, internally, like you start to
Yeah,
learn?
like you can go to a place in the menus where it just shows you all the items, and the ones you haven't interacted with yet are grayed out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I totally see the value in this game and why people like it, but like I don't know. I still don't know if it hooks me quite as yet, but maybe I need to play something other than the Huntress, because that's literally all I've played. Your character the loader seemed a lot more tanky, but not as much damage.
Super tanky. Yeah, exactly. But like the game is so fun that you almost grind for the sake of grinding, as opposed, and that's
because
all
you
it
get
is.
these random items. They affect how much damage you do, how you do damage, your mobility, like all these different things, and you just kind of stack that, and you grow powerful, but in different ways each time. So it is different every single time.
Are you guys playing together, or are you guys?
Yeah, we're playing at the same time, up to 4 players.
4 players.
And I'm glad you brought that up
Do you ever
because
get separated, or?
all the time. And so
Usually at the beginning of the level, that's what you want to do too.
last year we gave Game of the Year to a very low, like, what do you call it? Like an indie game.
It's an indie game.
It was called Deep Rock Galactic, right? So you have 4 miners. You go into you
It's
go
like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 4 miners. They're all dwarves. You go down
Except
there.
there's 4
You have to
dwarves.
really, really work together to keep each other alive, right? except for this game, you almost just go off on your own and do whatever you want. You come together to kill the boss, but there's no cohesion at all. Like, it's not like I have to protect Ray so that Ray can do his thing for Bobby, like it is in Deep Rock Galactic. But the interplay happens in the item collecting and the talking back and forth. You almost never stop talking because, like, so you'll open a box and you'll be like, that's not very good for me, but it's awesome for him. Like, Bobby, I got this thing over here for you. Oh, are you sure that I need this? Because maybe Ray should have it. And then you're almost, it's like you're collecting and sharing at the same time while you're just playing a low-key shooter. Is that about right, Bobby?
Mm-hmm.
You see
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
you're on something there with the collecting of the items and this dispersing of that, deciding who gets what. That's where a lot of the interaction comes from, not necessarily in the combat.
Yeah, it's not in the combat for sure.
Is it kind of open world, or are you kind of led through like a path?
It's like a sandbox. Each level is like its own sandbox. You get dumped in the world, and then you split up, you kill everything, and then eventually fight a little boss there, move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's no Deep Rock Galactic, which I have been playing a lot of recently.
Do you have it on here, Bobby?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I talked about it last week, and I kind of talked about all the new updates and new content they had since the last time I played, maybe 3 months ago. And I really have nothing more to add that. I've just been doing the dailies and then just challenging myself with the really difficult missions. Man, Hazard Level 5 and the deep dives are the way to go because it's really hard and it's all on the line. 3 missions in a row. You don't get to resupply or heal in between them, and it's good. Definitely
Deep Rock
enjoy it.
Galactic, dude. If you buy one more game, like,
Is it on
it's good.
Steam?
It's good
Dude,
to
I
see.
got a long list. I got that table
Yeah.
tennis one, or what is it?
Table tennis.
Oh wait, Deep Rock.
I've
think
got a
it's on-
long list. Table tennis, Deep Rock. That's it.
That's it.
Did-
It's good rain.
Just write it down.
I can't write anything down with
No,
this.
but dude, you should take
Super
advantage right now. There's a winter sale up
Yeah.
till January 3rd, I think.
Yeah.
And games are like 50, 60, 75% off, man. And these are great games. Games came out this year.
The winter sale was generally the best
Yeah.
sale, I think. That and the summer
The
sale.
summer sale, yeah.
Yeah, so Deep Rock Galactic on sale for $20. Still kind of pricey, but totally worth it, man. I've got 200 hours in this
Bringing
game.
up in price. Holy shit.
200 hours, dude.
Yeah, it's I've played so much of this game. I really enjoy it. You've heard me say 1,000 times like what I enjoy about this, so I'm not going to bore anyone with that. I'll say one thing. What I didn't talk about last week, but I've really noticed after playing for a week, the ledge grab is huge. Like since they added that in,
The
I can't-
animation, I thought it was, though.
I thought it was an animation too, but maybe I'm not remembering it correctly because I feel like I'm able to actually like jump at something eye level
And
eye
make
level
it-
for a dwarf.
It's always been super, like, forgiving, though.
Yeah, but I feel
With
I'll totally jump in something. I'll hit it eye level, and he'll just pull himself right up on top of it.
Okay.
And I've noticed like engineers are putting their platforms in different at different heights because of that as well. Like they're putting them a little higher. So yeah, I think the ledge grab is actually like a gameplay change, and it feels like I'm way more mobile. You know, I usually play scout, but still, I feel like there's a lot more mobility with it.
I've always had fun when I play with you guys, but I've never been able to play by myself or just go like in a random like pug. I just
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
But you can, though, because, like, the
Yeah.
people who play this love the game.
If you play,
I've never seen a shitty player. Maybe.
it's got a really good community.
Like, yeah.
It's got a good community, and especially like at the level that I'm at, if I just only queue up for hazard level 4s and 5s, then I'm getting people who are not messing around.
Yeah, exactly.
And who are not going to just, who are going to play at the level that I want. And I've had the best games there.
2019 Game of the Year, Deep Rock Galactic.
it's still
It's
in-
a second year coming up.
It's still in early access. It's not officially been released yet. So it could go for the 2-time award-winning Game of the Year.
2-time.
All right. Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, so I got it came out. What was it, like a month ago? I believe.
Yeah.
About a month.
Month ago, I still didn't give it a chance. Like, well, I did.
She
but-
shat all over it. She's like, why? Well, not that it was bad, but like, why pay this lump sum?
Did she even?
For,
Did she even play?
it was about the pay structure that you would have to pay the lump sum for
You pay
everything
for the bundle, but then they only release one game at a time.
at a time. Yeah.
Now, somebody in Discord said that you can actually buy them individually.
Individually.
I think you end up
Individually for $10,
paying
I
more.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no problem with that. The way
It's
they're rolling it out.
$39.99 or I think $9.99 per game. I believe. I'm not 100 on it, But it's the Master Chief Collection. It's been out for a while, and people love it, and it's great. But the first day I downloaded it, because I got it off the Xbox Pass, which I'm not. We can't play with Steam players, huh? If you're on Xbox, I can't play. If someone buys it on Steam, I can't play with them.
But there's a way to log in to Steam, isn't there? Through the Xbox. Because I saw it on there.
Well, it's
link your
on there,
account.
but I don't think it's like the same.
Yeah, it's not.
It's probably just to see random stuff from Steam. I'm not sure. But yeah, so it came out on the 3rd. There we go. But when I played it the first day it came out, I hated it. Because I was like, dude, this feels floaty. I feel like some input lag. What's going on? I'm not liking this. It sucks. And I was like, I'll play later. I'll give it a better shot. Because I only played like 2 matches, right? And that was it. And because I'm not going to... So right now with Halo Master Chief Collection, it's only Halo Reach. So Reach was that, I believe it was the
RTS?
last... No, not RTS. No. Halo Reach was...
It was right after 4.
It was right up. Was it after 4 or after 3? It was after 3 because it was still from Bungie.
you're right.
I believe it was still from. It was the last one from Bungie before 343 took over. But it was like not a DLC, but it was just like a side story.
Yeah.
And I remember I own it. I got on the Xbox, but it just I wasn't really feeling it because it wasn't like Master Chief. I wanted to see what's really going on, and I wanted the whole story and whatever. And I was just like, it's just some meh game. So I really didn't like care that much about it. So now that this came out, and I believe the original Master Chief Collection does not have Halo Reach on it. I think it's just Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no Reach. So the PC version has Reach on it, which is really cool. And that's why I feel that they just pretty much just made this. You know, like it just came out now. And then later on, they're gonna. Oh yeah, there we go. Steam and Microsoft do play together, but can you team up together? Can I add you? Like if you're on.
That's what Chad is saying. You can
Steam
group
account?
up through Xbox Live.
Oh, through Xbox Live. Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Anyways, so Master, I got Reach and I gave it a shot. Diego hopped on yesterday, and we opened up like a match, just me and him. Just to figure out the controls and see what the hell's up with this mouse, because like that was my number one issue with it. It's just I feel like the sensitivity was so weird, so off, and like the numbers on it was just weird. Like his sensitivity was super high, mine was super low. I was messing around with it until I finally got the feel for it. And I'm like, oh shit, this feels great. You know, this feels awesome. And then we finally jumped into a match, and right now we've only played multiplayer a couple hours already. And
Can somebody clip Ray saying this feels awesome?
dude, they always do that, dude. I always do fucking jack off positions. I mean, like mannerisms. Anyway, so the game was great, and it was just awesome, dude. It was fucking great, and that's gonna be on Instagram forever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Anyways,
Not on sale for the winter sale.
well, it just came out.
Yeah.
I really doubt it would have been. But Halo Reach is fun. The multiplayer so far. I haven't played the single player. You played the single player before. Is the story good?
I don't even remember it, man. I played it such a long time ago because I bought it like right when it came out on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I remember like when it first came out, I really liked it because it had those extra features where it's like you could get a shield or you could actually run. Because this was before you could run at all on any.
Halo 3 might have had the running too, didn't they?
I don't think they had the running. I think it was just like walking, but that was really cool. And then I just remember playing it for a little bit, but then going into like team deathmatch type games.
Playing Slayer.
Yeah.
God, you guys were so far behind. When
But-
you guys were playing that, we were playing like TFC.
No, what are you talking
It
about?
was right
Like
when it came
this
out.
came out at the same time, dude. I mean, everything was the same shit. It was good. It was
Running
fun.
as a feature.
No, not
You
running.
cannot run.
Sprinting.
All right.
Calm down.
All right.
Yeah, let's see this Halo. Just no,
Dude, but it's been addicting, man. Like
Yeah.
I text him all the time, like, "Hey, Halo."
Yeah, dude. So finally, we got the hang of it. It's super fun. First of all, it is remastered. It looks way better than what it did on the Xbox. It looks really good. I believe it's 4K. It runs really smooth. From the first day I played it to now, with all the updates it's had, for like
It's improving as.
yeah, it's improving. So it's I feel like it's pretty smooth now, because I do remember, I swear, having the pistol zoomed in on a guy, not that far, right his head. I was shoot. nothing. And this wasn't. This was like a guy that just went AFK. I'm like nothing. Hit nothing. It was super freaking bad, and now I just hit every shot now, so it's actually pretty good. So
Yeah, it's really nice for nostalgia.
Where do you get your hacks from?
DLG.net. We're selling them now. We got them from Nabi. We got them from Inseedious. He gets banned all the time. But no, dude, I started killing it after a while. Some games I don't do that well, but like most of them, I've been getting the hang of it.
Yeah, a lot of it's nostalgia. Like, I get that feeling of like getting mad at Ray for stealing my kills.
Oh yeah,
because
I'm good at that.
Yeah,
I'm really good at that. It's like it's because he's shooting them, and I'm like, just one to the head, dude. Just go for just mother black. Sorry.
and then he takes my kill.
Let me just end this real quick. But it's very nostalgic, dude, more than anything. It just I remember being at our friend Leon's house over like close by, and we would just be there for hours, just sitting there in front of the TV, right, playing like freaking Halo on the
This
Xbox.
was just us against us. It wasn't even online.
When Halo 3 came out, we remember everyone went at GameStop, got their game. Everyone got it, cool. It's like we plugged it in, we all put on our headsets, and we're like, Halo 3, or like, oh, it's like super, because we were all amazed how nice it looked, because you know we played the shit out of Halo 2. Halo 2 was like our baby.
Right.
Halo 3 came out. Halo Reach is very similar to Halo 3. That's what I'm saying. But like it's just very nostalgic. And it has maps from Halo 3 and Halo 2, so.
And there's something gratifying about the guy.
Hearing the announcer.
Yeah, the announcer is like so great. I don't know why. He's just like double kill, triple kill. And then at the end, you get your little medals that, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
but
right,
I don't know.
right.
It just feels nice.
Yeah, but it's
you did that round.
Yeah. But it's a good game. It's a good game. People should pick it up if you have that whole, Halo love. But for people that are just getting into it or just have never played it, you're gonna hate the shit
Bobby,
out
would you
of it.
say your interest is at 0 or negative? Like what level?
It's like,
I played very little Halo back in the day.
but I feel
I
everyone.
want to say I've played 0. I think I'm pretty sure it's 0.
I've definitely
Really?
played some. I've never beaten the campaign. I've played maybe a little bit of the campaign.
I feel like it's one of my most favorite campaigns I remember, and then you can play with friends online too.
Yeah, I remember
You
four
were
of
also
us
an
got-
impressionable teen, dude. Like at
I
the
was
time.
always badass at video games, bro. I don't know, man. I knew my shit. So,
All right, let's move it on.
but it's a great game. People should pick it up.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Demon's Tilt.
Oh, so this is weird, very random. I felt like Bobby this weekend because I was playing a random ass game. So this is on the Xbox Game Pass. They just added it last week. This game came out on December 13th, so
I
it's
remember
actually
this
fairly new.
game.
This is super fun. I got really glued into this game. I felt like I was playing like some RPG / pinball game with really cool like Castlevania type graphics, and
Tell them
was
what it is.
huh?
Tell them what it is.
It's a pinball game.
Oh, okay.
It's an awesome pinball game. Very basic. And all you do is just, you click on, the left fucking, what's it called? The
Mouse button?
No.
Flapper?
The flapper? Not a flapper. What's it called?
Flapper?
Not called a flapper. What's it called in pinball? Flipper? No. What's it called? Come on, chat.
A flippy flappy.
A flippy flappy. Paddle? No. Paddle?
It's probably
Paddle
paddle.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Paddle sounds good.
paddle
Left
sounds
paddle, right paddle.
Bumper.
Bumper? No, bumper's the
center thing.
the center that go.
I'm pretty sure it's
guys have been
Flipper. Yeah, it's a flipper.
Flipper. Fucking flipper. Anyways, so it was super. I saw it and I thought it was like a radius gradius type game.
What is this? Penis.
Penis. So you got the left penis and the right penis.
Yeah.
And they're just like flapping around. And
Dude, are you saying this is an RPG pinball game?
No, it's not RPG. I just it feels like it because there's damage and there's like it's not damage. The
Particle
points,
effects.
the points feel like it's damage, and you're like because you are attacking these monsters that come out, and there's like boss and like it talks to you like boss battle or like I don't know if it says boss battle, but it says some fucking penis battle.
How
And-
did you find this, first of all?
Xbox Game Pass, it's on there. It got added 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks ago. Last week.
And second of all, are you and Bobby in cahoots?
On bringing up these games.
Yeah, random
Dude,
games.
give this game a shot. If you have Xbox, give it a shot. It's really
It looks good, man.
It was
It really does.
because remember back in Windows when we had those like old school
I was
the
about to
pinball
bring that
game?
up, yeah, I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that,
So
yeah.
and where you just randomly just went, what do I? And then you just like, fuck it, you bring that up and you play like one or two. You're like, oh, I'm done. So I saw it and I was like, oh, it's like 300 megabytes download. So I downloaded really quick and I'm like, let me just try it. I played like a good hour and I was just going at it and it was just like, why am I doing freaking weird ass anime? Hand checks. Clip this one too, bitches.
Well, this game's only $11.24 on
and if
sale.
Yep, and if you have the Xbox Game Pass, it's free right now. So I mean the what's it called, Ultimate or just the PC Game Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
PC.
it's just fun. It's super fast paced. There's a lot of stuff happening on the screen. So I think all those colors, I felt like a little kid just going, "Oh, it's so pretty."
This just recently came out of early access too, December
December 13th.
December 13th. Yeah.
But no, man, it's a really fun pinball game. And as you go on, you defeat little monsters on the screen, and you're just kicking their ass. And then new ones come out. So I wanted to see what was the next thing that was gonna come at me and I had to destroy. So it's really cool. It's very forgiving. There's a lot of there's a lot of little things that if your ball's about to fall out of the side, it'll bring you back in. So it's kind of a little forgiving on that. But it has really cool animations, a lot of effects. You are destroying these monsters. They actually shoot at you. So some of them shoot little orbs at you, and if your ball hits that orb, it makes the ball just come back down. So it just kind of just tries to mess you up.
Blocks it.
Yeah, it blocks it.
Is it like it looks very 80s.
Yeah,
themed,
dude.
right?
It's very retro feel, man. It's really fun. It's a good 16-bit pinball game. I'm just gonna say, just check it out. It's pretty cool.
Demon's Tilt.
Demon's Tilt.
So it's free on the Xbox?
Yeah, well, technically free. What is it, $4.99 for the
Or it's a
Xbox
bit-
Pass?
yeah.
Or it's like 3 months free right now or something?
Yeah.
Everyone should have the Xbox Game Pass, man. There's so many great games on there. It's ridiculous. But yeah. And I know we're not doing homework anymore, but I actually played like a good 2 hours of Rogue Legacy. I got really into it, and it was super fun. It was super fun, man. And I love how...
Put that on your list, Diego. Like, so you know what.
Your mic is not plugged in, bro.
I don't know what you're saying, dude.
Did you unplug it when you got up?
What did he say? I missed it.
I couldn't hear him.
I couldn't hear him, dude.
Yeah, dude, me neither. I couldn't hear you. Sorry, man.
Yeah, dude.
No, you're right next to each other.
Don't wait for me.
It's not that hard, man. Watch. No, this is fun to watch. We'll wait.
Is it in?
This is very fun to watch.
Is it in?
Emilio's trying to put it in, and he can't.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
He just
Wait.
can't.
There it is.
yeah, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Heard the click. Could you imagine how much easier it'd be if there was a click?
Wait, but would it click every time?
Sure. If she likes you,
It could be annoying.
or he.
Oh man. So I finally played Rogue Legacy, man, and I got obsessed with making my castle bigger and getting
Yeah.
all this. That what had me. That got me hooked because I was like, oh, I need more coins. So I went back in, and sometimes I just died on purpose because I was like, oh, I have enough coins, and I would
To
die.
see what I can get.
Yeah, see what I can get. But this how old is this game? 2013. This is fun, man.
Yeah.
To this date, it's if no one's ever gone into like a roguelike. Is this a roguelike or roguelite? Roguelite, right?
This is a roguelite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it was fun, man. It was really fun. I would really recommend this with everyone. It's just a side scrolling, just fucking beat 'em up. What would this be?
So
Beat 'em up?
scroller.
Like I don't know what kind.
Side
Just a side
scroller.
scroll. Just a side
Yeah.
scroller.
Yeah.
Little roguelite.
Platformer.
A little bit of
Platformer.
Metroidvania.
On sale
Yeah.
for $375.
Oh my god, dude!
Typically
Yeah.
Fucking go
$14.99.
buy this,
Yeah,
please.
I'm not
For the price of a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of roguelites, or I am, but not really like huge on them. This is really fun. It really had me hooked. And whenever you get far in the castle, you can teleport to those parts, so that's really cool too. So you don't lose
Saves on
progression.
walking.
Yeah, and then you can lock the castle too, which is pretty cool. Like,
What do you do that for?
so the castle doesn't change
For your next.
for the next one.
Yeah, so if you already
Yeah.
cleared out a bunch.
Yeah, so you're just like, oh, let me lock
Yeah.
that real quick because I did lock him, but then every time you lock him, he keeps 40% of your coins.
Yeah,
which
it costs
get.
you a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But it's good if you're not worried about coins and you're actually going for like to kill one of the 4 bosses, then yeah, you can lock the castle.
So Diego's completely lost. So, dude, so a roguelike is a game that you're supposed to die in a lot. Like, you could technically beat it on your first game, but that's not what the game's about. Like, the game is about...
Kind of like Contra.
No.
Contra is just hard, and that's it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But imagine Contra. I'm glad you brought that
Okay,
up. So
yeah.
imagine Contra, but every time you died, you could take those points and invest them into your next run. So you could I
So
got
you don't lose
10,000
the
points.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna get a AAA machine gun. So then you go into the next game and you have that AAA machine gun. And then so on and so on.
Then your next run, you get a little further because you have those advantages, and you make more money, and then you can spend more money in the shop and buy more, more armor, more weapons, more something, and then you go back in again, and so you progress by playing through over and over again.
Yeah.
And each time you get a little further. So that's
cool.
like what this game is.
And the enemy locations, are randomly generated. Or
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
so
randomness to it.
unlike Super Mario Brothers, where it would get super boring, or Contra, where it would get boring if you got a better machine gun because you just blow. It's different every single time.
Gotcha. So now the layout, like in...
Some roguelikes actually completely change this one changes your level completely.
Yeah.
You're
Different
never going in the
enemies,
same room.
Really?
Yeah.
So Metro, you know what a Metroidvania type game is? You know what Metroidvania is?
Like Metroid.
Yeah.
Metroid and
yeah.
Castlevania. And you walk into, how you walk into those rooms, like in Metroid or whatever,
Yeah,
Castlevania.
yeah.
So imagine you walk into that room, but now it's a completely different room. And
Dude.
different enemies.
So every
It-
time it's a little bit different.
It's always different.
That's
random, yeah.
And it's very, very random.
Wow.
Yeah.
This seems like a game that would be
My
showing
favorite.
up on that 12 days of free games at Epic Games. Have you guys been checking that?
I've got 5. Today was that one that
Tabs.
one puzzle game.
If you didn't pick up Tabs, or if it's still available,
Today was that
please.
Shogun game,
it
Shogun
now.
something. It looked really good. I vaguely heard of it. Something, yeah, it was like
Metroidvania.
I don't know. It was a weird game, but yeah, they had FTL on there one day. Tabs was on there one day. I
Jeez.
posted it in Discord. Yeah, that was the one to
That's
get.
crazy, man.
A lot of the other games, like Talos Principle, was today. Yeah,
Killer. All of those games are
Yeah,
killer.
games that you probably already own, but if you don't, definitely check it out. Yeah, I don't know if you have the Epic Games launcher, but it's worth it just to get their
Jeez,
random.
you
free
could have
games.
got all these free games, dude.
Well, they do a free game once
You're a
every
shitty
week.
friend, basically. Is what
Once
it
every
boils
I
down
think
to.
I said it when I one of these days. I
You
was
might
like,
have
oh,
said it.
yeah.
Well, it's going on today. I mean, they change it every day at 8 a.m. So,
Yeah.
you can get one tonight, check in tomorrow morning
Yeah.
at 9 and see what the other free game is. So right now, Talos Principle, great puzzle game if you haven't played it. But yeah, Epic Games just giving them away.
Yeah.
All right. What's Undermine? Someone's got Undermine here.
Yeah, that's me. It's a roguelike. Room by room, very Binding of Isaac looking. You go down there.
Oh yeah, you spoke about this game.
Yeah, and look, overwhelmingly positive and very positive reviews with 2,500 reviews. I didn't get it, man. I played it for about 2 hours. At that point, I was like, I don't know why I would continue playing this. I didn't see. Maybe it gets amazing towards the end, but I don't have time in my life for games that get good at the third hour. I need you to be good at the first or maybe the second hour. So I returned it, and that was it. I mean, I can't say too much more about it. The combat was really basic, kind of flawed. I didn't really understand if it was roguelite or roguelike. I think it kind of dances in between them, but I really don't know. I didn't play it enough to know. I just know that I didn't like the combat. And that was
Pretty good reviews on this game.
Really good reviews, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't get why it was good. But like I said, I don't have the time to figure out why you were good. You need to show me right away.
$11.99.
$11.99, yeah. That's like your price point, man. I feel like most of the games you play are between $10 and $15.
How about maybe roguelikes are $15.99 or $11.99?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of
Still.
pixelated graphics.
It's like my favorite genre. That's why we talk about so many roguelikes.
All right, so Undermine, not a hint. Okay, and Ray, you got a chance to play Disco Elysium.
Yeah. So
How much time, first of all?
let me. I'm gonna take you guys on a journey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you guys on my experience
Uh-huh.
of Disco Elysium.
Give me some hand movements.
No, fuck that. I'm down. I'm done with the hand movements. So I was playing Disco Elysium, and then I was like, and then, but
I forgot to say it.
I was taking a shower and I was brushing my teeth and wiping my butt while playing Disco Elysium on my iPad. I don't know. So So one of the worst things I hate about games, but I'll still end up loving the game, right? It's just a starting point where you have to choose the points. I get anxiety doing that shit because I'm like, all right, do I want to be smarter? But then do I want more efficiency here? And do I want? So I stood there for like a good 15, 20 minutes, like, what fucking kind of character do I want? Like, okay, this way. And I'm like, this guy has a lot of talk. I heard what you said about it. I heard what Bobby said about it. I heard like people on Discord talking about it. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try doing this. I'm going to try doing that. Maybe I should be average so I don't just like die all the time, like some stupid way. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And it took me 20 minutes to make the character. Finally done. It was kind of average. It was just like smarter and doesn't get as like, bitchy.
3's all the way down?
No. It was like 4-2 and then like 4-2, I think.
Okay.
Or like not strong, but like he was agile.
Okay.
And smart, not too, whatever.
Emotional.
Yeah. And so I'm very cool. Jumped in. Creepy guy talking. I'm like, what the fuck is happening
Reptilian
right now?
brain.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's going on? And like, do I press something? I'm like, okay, so I'm pressing stuff. And I'm like, but I wasn't understanding what was going on. And it kept going, and I'm reading everything, and I'm listening, and I'm like, okay. And I kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going.
Yeah.
And it kept going on a black screen, and it wouldn't stop. And then I was like, and then finally picked something at the end. It went boom, and I wake up, and it's this drunk guy on the ground in his underwear. And now I'm like, okay, let's do something.
Let me cut in real quick, Diego. So, like, this game is a lot about the different systems of your body fighting with each other as they do probably every day. But you're also a detective, right? So what he's talking about, what he played for about 15 minutes just to start the game, is you waking up from a hangover. Mm-hmm. So you have the reptilian brain, right, telling you, keep sleeping, dude. Everything's cool. Like, what? Why think? Why even start? Why even start think? Like, why even boot up the frontal cortex? And then the frontal cortex fucking boots up, and it's like, we got to get to work. There's things we got to do, and there's like this whole thing, and there's an internal dialogue, and that sets the precedent for the entire game. I feel, right? When you guys say,
yeah,
like a lot of like
what you're getting into just with the intro.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, you said it was like 15 minutes?
No, it's less. Way
It was
less.
like 5.
Yeah,
But it's
It was
like
like 5
all like
minutes to wake
internal.
up.
Yeah,
Like it's all.
but I didn't understand it at first. I'm like, what the fuck? And I would reread it. I'm like, oh, okay, now I get. Okay, cool, I got
That's
this.
really interesting because it's like you trying like waking yourself up to
Yeah.
essentially play
So I
the
was
game.
finally understanding what was going on. I'm like, oh, it's the brain, and it's like, because at first I was like, what the fuck is like this, and like whatever. But now I finally got the hang of it, and I'm like, cool. It starts, and then I'm in his apartment. Guy gets up.
Just sleep forever.
Yeah, dude, the voice is creepy, but it's really good, dude.
Yeah.
And
And I liked how they do the voice acting at the beginning, but to do all the voice acting of every single line would be ridiculous because there's so much writing in this game. So they do the voice acting for the, like, the first couple interactions, and you kind of get an idea what the voice is, and then afterwards it's just text that you read, and
That's
you
a
kind of
great
do
way
the
of
voice
doing
in
it.
your head. Yeah, exactly. So
It's
you
a
know
great
what
way
the
of
person
doing it.
sounds like. I haven't seen that done before, but it's a really smart way of doing it, considering how much dialogue
Voice
there
acting
is.
cost.
you
Yeah.
know.
Go ahead, Ray. Sorry.
So then I'm in the apartment, and I'm just like, oh shit, this just became like a point and click. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, give it a shot. I'm like, cool. So I keep playing. I start picking up pieces of it closing, and then there's talking every time you pick up something. And then there's stuff, pull down the fan thing or whatever, turn it on or whatever. And I'm doing like the mirror. Do you want to look at the mirror? Do you want to look? And like I'm doing all these things, and I got pissed off a little bit with the die. So, we're like, well, it's 2, right? It's dice, or is it just 1 die? I don't remember.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
Is it 2?
Is it 2? I don't remember.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
And because the way I put my points in there, it'll tell you like this one has like a 3% chance somewhere, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
To work out. So I'm like, the first couple of things were just like, oh, I'm not gonna get these. These are 3. This was a 10. This was a 15. I'm like, I'm not gonna get that. And then there was one that was like 89.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You
oh,
still failed.
And I still failed. And I
Yeah.
was like, fuck this fucking game.
I feel like they're backwards, dude. I don't know.
It's
I don't play
so
enough.
weird.
Bobby, you played it a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the percentages are correct?
Yeah, I think there's things that can affect the percentages, and I'm pretty sure they factor that in and then
Yeah,
give
they
you a
factor it
readout.
into the
Yeah.
percentage, right?
But then there's things like you can unlock that will say always win on this on rolls for this, but that wouldn't happen that early at the game. Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes there's an 11% chance that you aren't gonna
Yeah.
gonna win.
But it was
man.
like an 89% chance that I was, and I still lost. It's
Yeah.
like, it was so messed up. And I was like, hey, whatever.
So
that happened to 11 people out there, dude. 11 people out of 100.
what we're talking about is like, you'll be like, at the very first one is talking to that chick right outside your room, right? So it could be like flirt with her. And so if he went high or somebody put a lot of points into motion, you might have a 75% chance of influencing her, right? Or if you put 0 emotion, 0 intelligence, and you're just a strong guy like I was just like, what'd I say? I want to do the fuck with you. And she's like, she couldn't stop laughing. She's like, what'd you say? I was like, I mean, she's like, what'd I say? I don't want to repeat it. And she's like, no, it was hilarious. What do you want to say? And I'm like, I want to do the fuck with you. Like, and it was like a 5% chance that I was going to lay this chick or whatever happens.
Is this like Sims, where it's like
No. It's like a graphic novel / RPG / point
Yeah,
and click.
it's like an RPG, but it's all dialogue.
Yeah.
and,
It's hard to
you
put
know,
this in a box because this is the first time.
It's very different.
Yeah,
it's
it's
never
very
been a
different.
game like this.
And that's why a lot of people are giving it Game of the Years because we don't see things that are new very often.
Yeah.
And that's why it's exciting.
Yeah, so
Very innovative in the.
So
writing, very well done.
I'm still in the apartment. I'm grabbing all this stuff, and then after I look at the mirror, I grab some other thing in the apartment, and I clicked on one of my options. Then I had a heart attack and I died.
What? You died in your own apartment?
Yeah, I had a heart attack and I died, and then I put quick to desktop and I uninstalled.
Wow. That's as far as you got?
Yes, dude, I couldn't, man. I couldn't, dude. It's just it's not
I
for me.
I swore that this story was going to be like a love affair where you're like,
No, dude. I
Wow.
died, and I was like, this is bullshit. How did I die in my own apartment at the beginning of the game when I was just like, no, I was just like, this is going to be like this. Like, am I going to be dying all the time? Does it save it? I was just like, it's not
Wow.
for me. I just can't. It's just,
You know right away if you're gonna like this game or
yeah,
not.
and it's not for me. It's not a game for me. No, not even. I don't even want to watch you play this game. I just can't. Like the game that Bobby gave me, the point and click that I
Thimbleweed
played.
Park.
Yeah, that game was cool. I was
Yeah.
getting, even though it was like,
but dude, you didn't give it more than 15
I-
Hey,
minutes.
didn't even get the
Dude.
Kuno.
no.
You didn't
Well,
even get to Kuno.
he got a heart attack.
I had a heart
Oh, yeah. How could he go on with a heart attack?
I died at the beginning.
You know,
I
that
just-
that
I
used to
couldn't.
happen to me with the whole anxiety about picking talent points, but like lately I've just been like, screw it, man. I'll just pick whatever.
Yeah.
I don't try to like min max, especially right off the bat, because I've found a lot of games don't let you mess up that much.
Not this
no matter
one.
what. Yeah, well, this one, it just whatever you pick, like that's how your character is going to ask. Like you can't the sniper in chat, sniper's there. He knows. My acting coach, Chuck, you know who I'm talking about. He would always say, like before rolling, he'd always say, you can't do it wrong. And that's what I always think about whenever I'm picking talent points. It's like, dude, you can't, the game's telling you, you
Yeah,
can't
right,
do it
right.
wrong, man. Like just pick whatever.
I will say, so I played it for about an hour before I died. And then I didn't know that you could load up again. So I don't know why I thought that. So I made a new character and we just made him average all the way down. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Yeah.
And everything was so much more easy. Like, I don't think min-maxing is what you want to do here. I played the average character and I was just breezing through everything and doing way better than I was like, I found my other shoe. Like right off the bat, I was like, "Oh, there's another shoe. Oh, this is some music that I could play." And I was like, "Everything is going fucking awesome." And then I was like, "No." Once I realized, I could have probably loaded my old game, and I loaded it. I was like, "I'm just gonna stick with this because this is what I chose. I'm gonna pick my poison."
Yeah.
But yeah, Ray. I'm not gonna continue either. Like. I play video games because I don't read books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of like
I gotta pee so bad.
Go for
I
it.
don't want to leave.
But no, I just oh my god, thinking of Streamlabs. We never hit up that guy from Streamlabs. The guy I met.
did it, dude.
I was supposed to give it like the card to because we met the CEO of Streamlabs and we talked and I forgot. Fuck. Anyway.
CEO. Yeah, I don't know if our update or I fixed it one week and then
not the CEO, the
I think the
president or the owner of Streamlabs, whatever.
one of the
One of the head
honchos.
Yeah.
alert box. Yeah, dude, I thought I fixed the alert box.
Are we supposed to get a sound?
I turned the sounds off, but you should see the test works. I see it right there. But I don't know.
The test does work. Thank you, Fake John, for donating $50.
All right. I don't know. Maybe I need to fix that again. All right. So I guess we're going to segue into our Game of the Year talk. But before we do that, we wanted to hear from the listeners. So we've had some submissions, both text, audio, and video, with people telling us their Game of the Year choice. So let's see. Clown Lotion says, this is just text here. I'm going to second Disco Elysium for its spectacular storytelling and brilliant writing. Every choice I made felt like it had weight and consequence. Disco respected my time and intelligence the way a game hasn't done in a long time. Sounds like that game took you out on a date. You just want a game that likes you for your mind.
Did you get laid, bro? Did you get lucky?
Yeah, but I think that's a strong case. Disco Elysium, of course, that was my nomination for Game of the Year this year. I know it's like a tough game to get on board with because it's you like it or you don't, man. It's not a crowd pleaser. It's very unique.
No. I think my main point with Disco Elysium, where I just cannot. The reason I can't give a Game of the Year. Or wait, are we getting there yet, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're talking about.
We're going there, right?
Well, actually, we should hear from the rest of our listeners.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go.
Okay, guys. I may or may not have fixed our alert box. So if you donate or Twitch bits or whatever, then hopefully it shows up. Okay, so Girotrom says Fire Emblem on Switch is fantastic if you guys have time. Fire Emblem, it's on Switch. It's a console game,
game.
I know it was very popular. A lot of people picked console games. The next bit that we have comes from Zap, and this is audio. So let's listen in.
Hey DLG, it is Zap here. My Game of the Year is going to be Jedi Fallen Order. While it's not the best Star Wars game that's ever been made, it definitely proves that EA is capable of making a single-player game that's competent and fun, and is definitely what Star Wars fans needed.
All right, Jedi Fallen Order.
That game that Bobby shat on for 3 weeks.
What? No. I said it was... I say the same thing I say about everything Star Wars now. It's fine. Like I don't know.
Some would say shitting on it.
I'm so neutral on Star Wars these days. But no, I did. I really enjoyed the boss fights in that game. And
that's about it.
And it's Star Wars, man. I mean, come on. You got a lightsaber, you run around and you go zoom, zoom. I mean, come on now. Okay. And let's see. We got another one here. We got some audio. Now, I was told there was going to be some bars.
Oh, shit.
And, yes. So I was actually talking to her earlier today.
So this is from Days. Now, keep in mind, this is the 20-second version because that's what we asked for. If you go on our Discord, there's a full-length version of this.
Which is 2 minutes.
Yes.
Game of the Year for me is so clear. Disco Elysium on a higher tier. All that storyline got me finding lies, and I'm searching for a deeper meaning in a detective's life. I'm about to go ahead and just select, gonna roll the dice and see where they rest. And if I fail, knowing that this white check could be done again if I raise the bets and
Not bad. She had the music in there
It
too.
keeps going too, man. It's good.
Wow.
Like it continues to
Awesome.
build. That was the beginning, and it continues to build, and it's a good song.
Days. That was
Very
awesome.
impressive. All right. Next up. Okay, now we're getting into the video here. Let's do this one first because I think the other one's a little longer. Whoops.
Yummy.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Oh God, can I show this on? I apologize, guys. So you guys can watch that are listening on Twitch at the moment. I'm gonna bring it up in Discord so it comes up in a browser. Should have had this planned out a little earlier. I apologize. Any second now. Wrong button. There we go.
Everything's good. We're okay.
All right. Let's get a little audio here. This is from Warconius.
Yummy. Enjoying a lunch at the Amsterdam airport on my way home. Game of the year is Death Stranding, but since Death Stranding's not coming out on PC yet, I'm going to give it to Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's good. I pooped my pants. It's really scary. It's really well done. See ya.
All right.
That's a good, well done shot.
So Death Stranding isn't on PC?
Not yet. No,
Not yet. No. When is it gonna be on there?
I don't know.
Summer?
Ye-
May? April? I think it's on the Epic Store.
Maybe I remember hearing it that it was definitely coming out on PC, but
No,
I
it
just
is.
thought it had already released.
Ray, you played it a lot, right?
No, my brother was playing. I was watching him
Oh.
play.
If they have motorcycles, right? They have motorcycles.
They have vehicles.
Yeah.
I saw a truck. I never saw
Why-
motorcycles.
Why don't they just make a catapult for all those boxes?
Dude, I'll put it this way. It was one of my most anticipated games. Why do I keep going? It was things of days.
That's my one of my antiseptic games.
Let's go, Elysium. So I was watching my brother play it, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this? What is this? I'm gonna play that?" Like, and I saw him, "No, bro." And then you do this, and then da 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 da, and I'm just like, "You have a menu for making like this re-envisioning of Paperboy? It's so weird. I don't know. It's weird. I'm still gonna play it one day. It's just, ugh. I don't know.
No, dude, I'm gonna watch the 7-hour like YouTube,
It looks
like
weird.
just the story parts with all the gameplay out. And I think that'll be more
Yeah,
than enough.
because my brother was telling me, dude, the story's awesome.
Yeah, right,
And he
right,
was
right.
telling me all the stuff about the story, just like
Yeah.
no spoilers, but enough story. And I'm like, oh man, that looks great. And I'm like, and this is what happens in between the story. And he's like, yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
a hard sell.
And he was just like, yeah, dude, but these monsters come out, and I'm like, well, maybe if the bat like, and then I saw him fighting some weird ass things, and I was like, okay, I can do that. That's kind of cool, but everything else is just too slow. I don't know, but I don't know.
That's what I saw too.
So who knows?
Well, what about Resident Evil 2? Did anyone get a chance to play that remake?
Nope.
I bought it too, of course. Obviously, you
Yeah.
know me. I buy games. I bought it. My brother played it, but it's Resident Evil 2. It's my favorite Resident Evil out of all the Resident Evils. So I can only imagine it's just greater. It's better than what it is. But I was watching him play, and it had like a whole different vibe to it. It just looked scarier, darker, and then having like that big ass tyrant chasing you around, kind of like because like Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which is just got announced at the Video Game Awards, I believe.
A reboot.
Yeah, the reboot of Resident Evil 3. Well, Resident Evil 2, it was just Resident
Remastered.
Evil Nemesis, right? And it was
Yeah.
it was during the same time as Resident Evil 2. Nemesis was one of my favorite games. It's actually my first, don't tell anyone, my first bootleg PlayStation game.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, when you got that mod chip in your PlayStation to play the Japanese imports only.
right.
Yeah, it's only just Japanese imports like Dragon Ball
Of
Z
course.
and Ranma and all those other games. You did that,
Dude,
shit.
the Dragon Ball game, yeah.
It was so great. Anyways, that was one of my first. They let me borrow it game, and I used to side story.
That was my first. They let me borrow it.
And then I destroyed the disc after I borrowed it, guys. Just letting you guys know. I used to go. This is me, a little kid. I would go to Blockbuster, and I know they're not gonna sue me anymore, so fuck them. I would go and I would steal the game guides. I mean, not the game guides, because how they had the CDs on display. I would take out the CD front cover and the back cover, and then I would put that in the burnt discs boxes.
Sick.
So you looked at it like my friends would come over. Oh, dope! You got this game, and they look at it and they open it like, why is it a burnt disc? It was a weird copy, guys. I don't know. But anyways, it was one of my most favorite. It was one of my most. It was one of my favorite Resident Evil games. And but anyways, so Resident Evil 2 had that guy chasing you. So I was like, this is so cool. But if I would actually play it and I would actually go through it again and actually see everything, it's a possibility. That game is very strong. It's very, very pretty. And all this new stuff they added to it would make that game, which was already an amazing game for me, my favorite Resident Evil, even better. So
Is it even longer now? Like, have they added length to it?
I don't know.
I think
they changed it much in the remakes.
I thought they cut off some stuff. I think Adolfo was telling me that they took away some parts, but I'm not 100. I'm not 100 on that.
It seems like a gray area to give a remake game of the year. I don't know.
But it's a brand new game in a way.
Sort of.
Because they added an...
Sort of.
All right.
I don't know.
Work all fuck off, in other words.
All right.
But yeah,
they
did completely rebuild the game.
They rebuilt it.
All right. This next one is from Cruel Rabbit.
Hey, Merry Christmas. This is Rabbit. The game of the year that I'd like to nominate is a game, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called Pac-Man. It's a PvE open world game. Basically, they've designed it around, the whole open world is like a maze, and you're kind of pursued by a ghost from your own psyche. So there's like a red one that represents anger. There's a pink one, I believe that's latent homosexuality. There's a blue one, which I think is just represents the sadness of Christmas. We've all been there. There's an orange one, which I think is fruit. Anyway, it's really good. Play it. DLG rules. Anyway, I've got to go. I think someone called the cops. Laters.
Awesome.
We've all been there.
Oh my god, I just slobbered. That's disgusting.
On my old mic.
No, on my Twix.
Stop eating candy.
You guys have so much candy in this house. It's ridiculous. I always walk in and there's so much food. Now I understand.
Oh my God. All right. So that was good.
That was very good.
That's all the listener submissions we have. Thanks for turning that in, guys. That was awesome all around. Let's talk about it. Let's have a little roundtable here. Now, Chi had submitted Apex Legends Game of the Year. She's not here to defend that, so I think we just axe that one right now.
I will say it's the best battle royale available.
Yes, hands down.
And it's free.
And it's free.
And it doesn't ask you for more money.
For nothing.
Okay, but a battle royale in 2019, is that what we want to give Game of the Year?
Dude, I'm just giving it up before we tear it down.
I know.
There's not a lot to tear down.
Guys. It's just a question.
No. It's just it honestly is one of the best games I've ever played. Ever. It's really good. It's I'm actually agreeing with you on this one.
Wow.
I know, right?
Don't tell her.
I know. Don't never. No one fucking tell I agree with you. All right. I'll fucking ban you on banned.
Are you saying it's better than Outer Worlds?
Oh no, fuck no.
But better than PUBG.
PUBG.
Yeah,
okay, so yeah, it is better than PUBG. It's a better game than PUBG, but PUBG has a special spot in my heart.
Right.
It's like, even though it's only like 2 years old, 3 years
It
old,
has nostalgia.
it already has nostalgia. It was like the first battle royale they got.
PUBG was the first. PUBG kind of paved the way for the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's a significant game. When we look back in history, we'll probably
fucking sniper clip, bitch.
Like, out of the last 5 years, it's the only one that I talk to non-gamers about. I'm like, dude, there's a fucking airplane, and you jump out of the airplane, and you grab a gun.
I got
and you
so
shoot
many
friends.
people
Like,
into gaming again because of PUBG. Because
Yeah.
it was just, everyone just went, that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And it was great. And then other games started coming out that added new features. Still wasn't PUBG, and you were like, oh, why doesn't PUBG have this?
Well, much like what Bobby said, is Battle Royale became a feature and not a genre. So you take your game, whether it be Battlefield or Call of Duty, and you just add a battle royale mode.
Yeah.
And so now it's officially that. That's what it is now. Even shitty games that only have 8 players have battle royale knockout modes. So it changed the landscape of gaming.
It did, dude. It did.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, but
right
then,
now we're talking about the Apex, if you will.
so like it changed. It did change the landscape of games. But this was more like last year, right, or the year before?
Yeah, year before.
You know, it was
or
like,
the year before.
Yeah, or the year before.
Yeah.
So that's when it really impacted the whole gaming world. But Apex did it right. Apex has a Call of Duty feel, but it's super. It's just very fast paced. The aim is almost the same, but they're very nice. Well, when Apex started, it wasn't
very nice? Who's very?
They're very nice with adding a lot of updates to it.
Oh, okay.
But that started happening later.
It's a weird way. To say
I know, right?
They're very nice
They're very nice developers.
They pay their bills on time. They always say please and thank you.
And they're nice. They give us free shit from here and there. And then they're really good partners with Twitch where they give us a bunch of skins, which is like, I think the only thing you can buy in that game. So you don't need to buy anything in this game. This game is 100% free. It's a free game. Anyone can play console, PC. If it was mobile, it'd probably be free there too. It's just, it's a free game and it's like a full ass game, you know?
It's the right way to do free to play.
It's a perfect way to do free to play. And you don't pay for any wins. Only thing you pay for is just cosmetic, all cosmetic stuff. And
Have you played it, Diego?
No.
you should download it. We should try it out. It's free.
That's good.
And it's good.
Yeah, it will cost you 43 gigs.
Yeah.
But assuming you have the space and the time.
Bobby just trying to find a way to fucking put.
He's like, dude, those 43 gigs, man.
I'll never get them back.
I wasn't too far off. You are like, how big is that? And my total guess was 30 to 40.
Yeah, they said 23 gigs to download, but once it's unpacked, it's 43, 44 gigs.
yeah.
Okay.
But I downloaded it today with the intention of playing it because we were going to record tomorrow. But now that we're having the Game of the Year conversation now, probably won't do that. But yeah, went out of my way to clear some hard drive space.
I'll do cheese part. Oh my God. Like, my brother plays Apex. That's why it's the Game of the Year.
It's because like I get all these wins because my brother's good and I'm not. I'm sorry, Chi. I'm joking. But no, that's pretty much it. Chi just likes it because she plays with her brother. No, but it's
It
a
is
great
very
game.
good. It's a good game.
It's a really good game. Great game. Game of the Year? No, but it's close. I'll give it. Like when I found out she said that in the other episode, I was like, oh shit, that's
Dude, I feel like you played 1 hour of Outer Worlds and you're like, ooh, this scratches my my Fallout itch and Game of the Year. I feel like that's exactly what happened.
I feel like my Game of the Year is more on the Call of Duty side, where
You already said that it was. Stop eating candy.
Dude, is there more?
not for you,
Not anymore.
not anymore. These are pretty good. I haven't had a fucking Andy's chocolate in forever, dude. Just like chocolate.
Bobby
mints.
hooked it up, dude.
With the Andy's chocolate.
Oh, was that in the box? Oh, yeah, I did. Didn't I?
No, thank you, Bobby.
I get
We're not
showered
talking to
with
Ray
these.
until he stops having a snack. Bobby, do you want to bring up your Game of the Year? And
Disco Elysium, I think, speaks for itself. It's new, it's innovative, it has fantastic writing. It did very well at the Game Awards. It's obviously the people's choice. I think it's a clear decision here.
It's hard for me because so little of you guys played A Plague Tale, and how, man, even when I was playing it for the first like 3-4 hours, I was like, oh, I've done all this stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's
Didn't you just earlier in the episode say, hey, you got to be good within the first hour or 2 hours, though?
yeah, but it was good. It was a good version of things that I've already seen, like a very good version. I thought.
But what you're saying is that it gets good because when I played it, I said it I played about 5 or 6 hours of it, and I was like, okay, I kind of see where it's going, but it just takes a long time to get there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it is a good game.
It continues. This is the same thing I told you then. That upward momentum never ends. For me on that game, like sure, there's a little bit of dips and valleys, but for most of it, it's just it gets better and better and better and better until you finish the game. And it's like, what other game does that? usually you want to front load your funds so people will purchase your game or like, they bite in right away. But no, this is like a slow burn that has a really good payoff at the end. I know it's going to be an uphill battle for that one to win Game of the Year because Ray didn't play it and Bobby thinks Disco Elysium is better.
It's a good game, but like when I think Game of the Year, I think like what's the game that we're going to look back on? What's the game that did something
change
different?
the landscape, right?
Yeah, had like more of an effect on gaming. I don't know.
I don't have a huge. I'm not gonna.
I feel like
it.
the Game of the Year this year, what is like, because I've been watching a lot of videos for this, and we haven't even played it, so it's not even like considered for us. But I feel like someone should have played Control, because I keep watching all these videos on Control, and it's just like this game looks fucking amazing.
I haven't heard anybody talk about it, and none of our listeners.
No one gave it. It was such a like it just came out on the Epic Store. No one really cared. There wasn't a big launch for it.
Yeah,
but.
It did okay at the Game Awards.
Yeah, I got awards at the Game Awards. Other websites are giving it Game of the Year or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe we should have. Someone should have played this.
There's a lot of games we should have played though. Like we miss out on a lot.
Worms, WMD.
I know,
there's a lot.
right?
It goes on and on.
Sekiro.
Dude,
someone's mentioning. In
well,
chat.
here's the thing. Sekiro was really good. Sekiro. No, dude, it's because when Chi talked about Sekiro. Holy shit. Chi, dude. But she loved, and like watching Chi play Sekiro was hilarious. That was fucking, she would just jump and it was fucking funny. And when she got so mad she couldn't beat one of the first, it's not even a boss. It was just like a harder version of the normal like enemies. Holy shit, it was gold. It was fucking amazing.
Good podcast material. Best podcast material. Sekiro.
I don't know why Chi didn't say that was their fucking Game of the Year. Like that would be a way better consideration for everyone. Because I played a lot of Sekiro.
Yeah, she can't play it with her brother.
Because she couldn't play with her brother. That's why.
No, but I mean, I felt like she played it. I think Ray played it.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
loved it.
that was cool. But then like
But
in
it's
a
just
week, everyone
another-
moved on.
Burned out.
It was another Dark Souls fucking game. You know, it was just there was nothing new about it. It was just the story was cool, and we're playing with like some like samurai. So it was just really cool.
Well, let's. We haven't really talked much about Outer Worlds, so let's talk about that, and then we'll figure this out somehow.
It's okay. So you do hit it a little bit where it gives me that whole Fallout feel where I just go like it's my favorite game, and as much as I keep playing all these other games, I'll never get another Fallout 3 or a Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4 tried,
Except for Outer Worlds.
except for Outer Worlds, and then Outer Worlds just added little things to it that just makes it a little bit better. But it's it's just maybe I was just so hopped up on it for that week that I played it that I was
I
like,
feel like that's what it was.
This is amazing. But I feel like
Not to say it's a bad game.
it's not a bad game. It's
And
a great game.
Better than it's a great game.
But I feel like maybe the most game I put in the most hours in the last 2 months is Modern Warfare. There's just something about
Which is your game, Diego, right?
It's the only.
No, you've only played one game.
Well, Halo.
But it's you're playing a lot of it, right?
I was actually gonna say Pac-Man.
Oh,
I heard.
double up with Little Rabbit.
No, it's just okay. It's just hard. Outer Worlds is pretty. It's very pretty. The dialogue is great. It's just I can say everything I said about Fallout. I can say it about this, and this can be back in fucking 2008 or 6 or I don't know when Fallout came out. Fallout 3 came out, but if it's the same, and the humor it's hilarious game. I just felt I felt so comfortable. I felt at home. I just like.
I would say the biggest letdown of that game for me was the graphics. Actually,
I love the graphics. I actually really like the graphics.
I thought they were serviceable.
Yeah.
serviceable, but then not.
No, I love that art style. I don't know. I just for me it was cool.
You see,
I still think the better art style would be Disco Elysium.
Yeah,
It's
probably
really
the
very
best
very nice.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to be Disco Elysium.
I can't say it because
See, I think that it should be, but I don't know if it's representative of the It's definitely my pick, but like I feel like if it was DLG Game of the Year, that does not reflect most of the opinions on this podcast. Maybe the community, because they obviously love it. But
The community does love this game.
like, you know,
Right,
it's
but we have to come to a consensus.
Okay.
I would also say that, like,
I don't think it's a game for me. That's why I don't like it. I don't think it's like an actual.
it's a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah, that's like it's a graphic novel put on the screen, and you just click on what paragraph you want to go to.
You paid 15 minutes, dude. You can't. You have to stop.
But I know it's gonna keep on happening, and here's the thing: it's just a really good novel. You know, any book you pick up is just great. You know, but like a real game adds for me. You know, this is my personal opinion. A real game for me adds all bunch of other elements. So I cannot play like a game of the year to a game where you hardly game. How much do you game here?
Yeah.
All you do is click.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I can't.
Would have been great if you would have played a Plague's Tale, but I've
seen a lot of
and
Plague's
then
Tale.
we might have won here, but we can't.
We might have won with Plague's Tale.
We can't because I have to give my half vote to him, right? And because you haven't played Plague's Tale,
I haven't played it yet.
so by default, because you're a shitty podcaster,
it's just I've been playing.
I don't mind giving it to Disco Elysium because of the novelty. It's something new.
It's unique, but it's
Yeah.
just I'm not playing a game. I don't know, man. Well, I guess I am playing a game, but I'm not really playing a video game. I'm watching a novel come to life in a very basic way. It's just since the story is so good, that's why everyone's so into it, because they want to see what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next?
Well, there's more
what is
interaction to
my dumbass going to say to change this story? I want to see how far I can go. I get that, but for me, it's not like a game. You know, it's just I want to see my interaction with the game when it comes to like more of a visual or grabbing or shooting or destroying or like building.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Waconia says
I
if
want to
it-
build the world and I want to do all this cool shit, or like be a part of something bigger, not just watch a graphic novel unfold.
Waconia says that if you're thinking about community consensus, Apex was pretty big. Well, it's because it was free. Everybody could just play it, you know.
It wasn't one of the community said, yeah, like we all played Apex this year. We all played Risk of Rain this year. Risk of Rain was huge this year for
So
us.
is this
Everyone,
is this,
and
we're
everyone
trying-
still plays Risk of Rain.
Are we trying to predict who's gonna be like with among
No.
us?
This is the deliberation
Of
our official one.
our official game of the year.
Gotcha.
I'm now that he brought Apex up again, like I feel like that's strong wanting, but
I feel like if we go with Apex, that's like, well, I feel like that's the weaker choice, but the safer choice. We don't want to. All right, that's like picking Green Book here. Like, I don't know if we want to.
I feel like PC Gamer is going to give Disco Elysium Game of the Year, and it did really well at the Game Awards too. So it's also a safe bet too to go with that. I don't know, what did we enjoy the most?
No, you see,
World War Z.
oh my God. No, what I'm saying is that I feel like because we can't come to a consensus about games that we feel very strongly about, we all just go to our second choice, which is Apex Legends. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens like
Yeah.
with the Oscars because of the way they do their voting system. But I don't know. See, like I really feel strongly about Disco Elysium, but like I said, if we pick that as DLG Game of the Year, like it doesn't really represent all the casters. But at the same time, like, you know, games like Outer World, A Plague's Tale, I felt like was good, but not Game of the Year material. Outer Worlds, I feel like is more of the same. Apex Legends, again, more of the same. You know, it's. I feel like we're looking
is
back.
that game that changed. I get it, but
I will. Maybe this will be the tipping point. I feel that Panda Express is the best restaurant in America, right? And the reason I do is because it's so convenient and it's so cheap and also delicious, right? So you could just walk in and have a delicious meal within 4 minutes of being inside. Delicious and cheap. Apex is completely free and completely accessible to everybody. Like that has to add some points to the whole thing.
So you
like
want-
it's a AAA game for free, and it doesn't hinder your gameplay that you got the free
if you're
version.
looking for an FPS shooter that day, and you hop on and you like Call of Duty or Counter-Strike or PUBG, Halo. Jump into Apex with your friends or even by yourself. You're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's going to save you all the money of buying a AAA game.
Yeah. Okay. So our game of the year is Panda Express.
Panda Express, give them your guys.
Oh, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
I mean,
like
if we want to go with Apex Legends, then fine. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Ray. You were just pandering
I
to
know.
it for like.
It's because it is. It's a great game.
Yeah.
And we're on a second season pass, a third season pass.
Yeah.
Right now, they give us events, Halloween events, Christmas events, events for fucking anything. They give us free shit all the time. And it's a great, precise, nice shooter. Where there's two great maps
Very
on it.
pretty.
Very pretty. It's a great game. We get new characters every couple months. We get new characters. They're like on our third or fourth character. It's
DLG Game of the Year 2019 is not Disco Elysium. It's Apex Legends.
Apex Legends.
I thought it was going to be Disco for sure. But it makes more sense because we all picked it at least our third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They got Oscared, man. That's what happens.
They got Oscared. Yeah.
The way they do their voting system, it's like
Yeah,
the second place is always win, or the third choice.
It's just okay. So like Outer Worlds, I loved it. It's great, but I feel like that's just so me. You know, I love it, and we're getting.
Maybe we
DLC
should have
next
3
year.
or 4 game of the years. Like everyone just has we don't need to pick an official DLG one. We all just have our own.
Well, why don't you do it by category or by?
All right. Well, slow down.
I get it. So
We have a whole
but then
award
if
ceremony.
we do category, we still have to be like. But
Yeah.
overall,
Or each person comes with their own category. So Emilio's would also be the drunken category. Bobby would be the most
I feel
robotic
like
category.
consistently,
The
like,
baldest category. And the most Asian category. Like,
the game of
Not
the
you,
year
Chief.
is
Not you.
always like I don't know, man. It's so yeah.
there's a bunch of great games like that came out
No.
this year.
2019 was kind of
There was a lot of games. There was too many. We couldn't stop talking about all these new games that kept coming out, and so many games kept coming out. We
2019 wasn't it?
couldn't play them all.
Yeah.
Some of them we just
I mean,
couldn't.
that's just how it's going to be from now on. But were they all fantastic? I feel like this year was not a fantastic year.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was a fantastic year for games. We had so many great games, but at the same time, when you start really thinking about it, you're like, I don't know. There's a lot of games we loved at the moment, and then something else came out, and you just completely forgot about it.
yeah. That's pretty much gaming now, though.
Yeah,
I
There's
can't
too
take you
many-
serious with a bald head. Let's
That's
move
it.
on, I guess.
Hey,
All right, we got a little bit of news to get through. Let's we spent a lot of time on that, so let's get through the news quick, and then we'll handle our listener questions. First up in the news, most people are playing The Witcher 3 right now or more people are playing The Witcher 3 right now than played on launch in 2015.
Yeah, man. How much did it go on sale for on the
how much
winter
is it
sale?
right now?
I think I bought it for $20 about in August.
So it's my favorite game of all time.
I know I've tried. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
Man.
it's
No, it's hard.
$11.99.
It's $11.99
It's hard
right
to get
now.
into. It took me 3 times to get into that game.
I'm on my third one. I'm 3 hours in, and I stopped playing.
Yeah. Get
Your
used to
third
it.
try?
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I've tried it. It gives me headaches, but aside from that, like I've tried, and it is difficult.
Yeah, it
at
is
least,
difficult.
At least for me to get
Did
into.
you watch the show?
No.
I feel like I have a few friends that are getting into the game because of the
Yeah,
show.
so that's cool. Like people are loving the show. Well, not all people. Like people that are just do not like know nothing
Game.
about or
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
game
right,
or
right.
anything. They're watching this shit and they're like,
Even Roberta, because she watched the whole thing one day,
yeah, that's crazy.
the entire season, and she's like, "Es un videojuego también." And I was like, "Yes, it is un videojuego."
Well, it's also books, right? I think they're basing a lot of the.
Yeah, the
Netflix
first
show
episode is right out of the books. I've read the
Yeah.
books as well.
Damn, it
I've
beat
listened
its
to the
own
books.
record on the first day.
It must have been the price, right? Oh no,
92,000 people. So currently, right now, at this moment, 57,000 people are playing. But yeah, the all-time high was a little over 92,000.
it's probably the combination of the show and the
Yeah.
Steam sale going on at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah. But, that's cool, man. I mean, they spent a lot of time on this game. This one, Game of the Year, whenever it came out. And Like, it is a great game.
Fuck it, it's my 2019 game of the year.
I mean, we could probably determine the 2020 game of the year
It's
now.
incredible how this game came out, 4 or 5 years ago?
And it gets better and better, and then Game of the Year edition, and then...
So I bought this game for Black Friday the year it came out,
Oh, okay.
and I sold it.
Yeah.
'Cause I was just like, I'm not gonna play it. But it's been so hard to get into.
It's incredible. I don't know when the threshold is. I want to say maybe it was 6 hours, maybe it was 10. And then after that, it was over, dude. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating right. Like, I was the Witcher. Like, it was affecting my life. Oh, I remember the story. I told about it on the podcast. I was walking my dog, and the guy, because The Witcher kills monsters for money, right?
Yeah.
So this guy drove up while I was walking my dog, and he's like, "Don't go that way. There's a loose pit bull. It's attacking people." And I was like, "How much coin do you have?" Like, it had changed my. It was like, what people say about GTA. Like, you start thinking about like running over mailboxes and shit in real life when you're playing a lot of GTA. It had affected my world. It was all over, dude. At a certain point, this is the greatest game. And yeah,
Game of the decade?
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Game of the decade.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next article. Apple rumored to launch high-end gaming-focused Mac for 2020 for a somewhat reasonable price. That's the hard to believe part right there. A reasonable price from Apple.
But the monitor is gonna be $1,000.
Yeah, there you go.
The monitor stand.
They only sell you the bottom part of the laptop. You have to buy the second half.
I'm not kidding. The monitor stand was $1,000.
I know.
Yeah.
We're trying to convince over
Mac
at work
Pro.
for us to get it, but
Yeah.
just the stand, not the monitor.
Yeah. So normally, when these rumors originate from Apple, they're normally from the company that are building these, and these rumors are almost always true when it comes to Apple and Mac.
Yeah. Well, they have to go to a factory and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, we need like 1 million of these parts."
And
so
these employees are not good with their NDAs whatsoever when it comes to China. Or
Yeah, it's like Taiwan or China.
Taiwan when they're building these.
Could you imagine that they don't give a shit about patents or patent laws,
don't.
but NDAs are like, yeah, can't say anything.
It's just so funny, man. It's just when we find out what the new Apple iPhone's gonna be, it's always like what the first concept that comes up. That's what it is, pretty much. Because some work just went, oh yeah, it looks like this, and they just, oh cool, thank you, and some guy renders it.
Yeah.
It just always happens.
I can't imagine this hardware coming out without some sort of software package, because I know Apple does a little bit of gaming, but they're very restricted.
Yeah.
So like when people were upset, like, why isn't Overwatch on Macs? It's like, well, because they wouldn't let us. It was Apple's fault because they're
Right.
very, very strict about the software that'll run on their machines, which is both negative and positive. I mean, it's the reason you never have problems with Macs
Right.
for the most part, is because they're so strict about what hardware and software it's used with. And then but at the same time, it's like, that's a lot less things you can actually run on a Mac. So I don't know. Maybe they're launching their own version of Steam. I mean, they've already done a lot in the mobile sector with gaming, but
So it's saying that they're trying to target the esports market with these. They're trying to get into this thing, and I don't see it.
I don't see it.
But
I mean, maybe-
because there's so many games, right, that you cannot play on this. There's very little. If anyone goes on their Steam right now and click on the Mac only games, they're very old games. It's like games that came out like The Witcher 3 is probably on there now and just said new now released. It's like they're very old in their games.
What are you gonna say there?
Yeah, they utilize strictly like AMD processors and stuff like that. So I wonder with like the new 3950 coming out and like just AMD trying to like really put its foot in like through the door. I wonder if that's
That could be it too.
those new AMDs are supposed
Yeah.
to be really powerful
Yeah.
too.
But I don't know how fucking making software works. So are they gonna have to go to Apex Legends, was made for Windows from the beginning? Would you have to tell them? Do they have to rewrite code to make it
Yeah.
run on a Mac?
yeah they would because
but
it's like
very
different
little, right?
Well, I'm not sure. It depends on the
Well,
repositories because it's like
Think of it this way.
Suppositories?
Suppositories. How it depends how. Suppositories are very popular. in
What
Mexico.
engine?
That's what those gloves are
What
for.
engine did they make that on? Because they talked about it when it came out, because EA was very strict about what engines
Wasn't it a
get
Crytek
used.
engine?
Crytek or
Crytek.
whatever new version of that they have now, or Frostbite. I don't know, but I think that could play into it a lot.
Want a drink, Ray?
Yeah.
We need rice.
Rice?
Ice.
Ice.
Hey,
My glass is in the
hey,
bathroom.
can you get? Oh, he can't hear me. He took his headphones off.
He still has ears,
His
dude.
ears, yeah. He can't take his ears off, man.
Yo, chocolate, no nuts.
No, we're not eating on the podcast.
Yes, you can. Sí se puede.
All right. Next up, new VR Teslasuit glove simulates
Yes.
real touch sense
We're getting
feedback. Okay.
It's the Oasis, baby.
It's the power glove.
Ooh, that looks creepy, dude.
Dude, that does.
Okay. So this is just a glove,
But it has haptic feedback, right?
so you could shake somebody's hand.
That's interesting.
Or jack somebody off. Come on, be fair.
Well, no, because somebody else would have to have
you
some
need
sort of cod piece or something.
You'd have to put it on.
Oh, right,
You'd have
right.
to put the glove down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. My dick would fit in that.
Okay. Motion capture. Is there a price on this or no?
Like content.
AAA content. It seems like a lot of buzzwords.
This screen, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I like how we're all reading the article now.
Yeah. I didn't put it up there. Did you?
No.
It wasn't me. Oh, Ray left.
Ray.
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Ray would do that.
Seems like a Ray sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's not a very long article. There's no price point here. This looks like, released in May. VR gaming is perhaps more accessible than ever in 2010. Oculus. Oh, no, that's something else.
I just walked in. Oh my god.
Yeah, they were all laughing, yeah?
Dude, it was gold.
What's going on?
So, let me grab that mic real quick.
I'm now your leader. I was like, what?
So I walked into 4 grown women talking about eating ass.
Oh, nice.
And I walk in and they're like talking about it and I'm like, what the? I'm grabbing your glass. And then Sam looks at me and she's like, Ray's one of the first people that ever told me that they ate his ass. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like tripping out. I'm just like, thank you. I'm gonna grab some ice really quick.
I'm so confused.
And they're laughing, and I'm just like, I'm confused. Like, what is Sam telling your mom about someone eating my ass? And, but yeah, and then Roberta's asking me like, she's probably a very insecure woman, right, or something. And I'm like, why? And I'm like,
Oh, to eat your ass?
to eat someone's ass, and I'm just like,
I would call her a bottom dweller. Yeah.
and I was just like, why is she insecure if she's eating my ass? And I'm like, wait, what's happening? And I'm just like, I'm gonna walk
gotta
out
go.
of this conversation of like 4 grown women talking about other women eating ass. It was just very, very, very funny.
Cricket said, the Bobby looks like he's having an allergic reaction.
Sounds like they're having their own podcast over there.
They are, dude. We could totally record them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Hear the shit they say, dude. It's ridiculous. Some of the stuff they say, man. This is the Real Housewives of fucking like Chula Vista,
Chula Vista.
Mexicans, like Latino moms just
Yeah.
going at it, dude. It's hilarious, man. Some of the stuff Roberta says is just. My mom is very like, my mom's very like traditional, very classic, just very, I don't know, just like I say fuck, and she goes, Mijo, and she's fucking sign of the cross and shit, I swear. But
It's not how she's
And-
like when she's over here.
I know, right? She's all getting fucked up with her. No, but like my mom, she just laughs at a lot of stuff Roberta says, but then she gets like, she freaks out. She's like, and then Roberta said this, and I was like, oh, like, is that real? I was just like, yeah, mom, it's a thing.
What does it mean
Oh my god, eat ass. What is eating ass? Like a donkey? No, I'm joking. She's not that Mexican, but well, she is. But I mean, it's just funny. Some
All right,
of the
moving
stuff They say
Okay, so these virtual reality gloves are coming out mid
2020.
Yeah, mid 2020.
And yeah, no, dude, did you read about these? It's amazing. It's just VR. I really do feel 2020 is the year of VR.
We've been saying that for 2 years now. But yeah, I do agree. I believe that it's going to be incremental, but it's getting better every year.
The thing is,
we
Valve,
have Alex coming out.
Valve
next
is
year.
really setting it. You know, if it depends, I feel like it really depends on how Alex does. If Alex does great and people are, dude, if you look at the Steam store, the Valve Index is one of the most sold items right now. It's normally games on there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it came
there's
up.
hardware.
Yeah, it came up on there.
Could you imagine if this shit works, right? You're playing Alex with these gloves and you pick up a gun and you feel a gun in your hand.
Because it's giving you like that little sensation and like.
Or a boob.
or a boob.
Which sounds like it feels like a bag of sand, right?
Yeah. Yes. But that's so cool, man. It's just VR is really finally it's happening all because people got excited. And I've been noticing a lot of people on the Discord are playing a lot of VR games now on our Discord.
Diego, have you played some VR?
Yeah, we had a VR party a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's right. I was
Emilio
there.
was there.
You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
But
That was such a
that's
fun
to my
thing.
extent. I've been meaning to try the Void, which I hear is
That's not
like,
a thing. Or is it? The Void?
What's
Yeah.
the void?
They have one over at Disneyland,
Oh yeah, the void.
and so
It's
I-
when
Oh,
you
sorry.
go.
I thought you meant like
It's
hardware
when you
for
put on the
computer.
full body suit.
yeah, I
No,
hear
not full
that-
body. It's just like a chest.
It's like really interactive though,
Yeah.
right? You can
Yeah.
like touch things and like.
Ah.
So I'm assuming that's like the next level of what they're trying to achieve with this glove and stuff like that. That you can
Nice.
just like touch things.
Yeah, haptic is like
It's
the
just
word.
because like
Yeah.
I feel the first time I felt this new sense of like the rumble feature or whatever on was with the Switch with their controller with their super advanced like
Yeah.
rumble.
Yeah.
Remember I showed you guys, I told you guys about having you grab a Switch controller, put it in your hand, and it'll say there's marbles inside this box. If you grab the controller and move it around, you fucking feel marbles in there, and it'll tell you how many marbles are in there, and you're like, and you fucking feel them in there, and you're like, there's like 4 marbles in here.
I feel like I'm losing some marbles.
Yeah, it's crazy. So with all this feedback and like now they're putting this technology into like gloves and just and like VR, I just really feel VR is gonna be crazy. Like people are gonna break up with their girlfriends now because you can actually feel a boob in VR. It's gonna be cool.
Okay, so we agree that Japanese are like future people, right?
Yeah.
So their birth count or whatever is lower than it's ever been. They've been suffering for the last like 7 years, right? This year is the worst year they've ever had.
Well, they don't have sex.
Yeah, they don't have sex and they're not making babies, and it's a
Yeah.
really big problem. It's because their technology is so fucking awesome. And as everybody's technology gets better, I feel like people are gonna have less babies.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but it's happening. It happened in Germany. It happened in.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just happening.
It's just a lot of people aren't having sex now because you don't have to. You can fuck something else.
The United States, our population stopped to grow. It's not growing anymore. Well, people are running in here and it's helping
Yeah.
it grow.
Yeah.
But as far as like babies, like you have to have more than 2 babies to grow your population.
Yeah.
Because you're only replacing yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you know that of your peers that has more than 2 babies? It may be
People-
one.
People are starting having just one.
Yeah. So our population it's starting to happen to us too.
Yeah.
Because computers are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a little more at play than that. But
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say like
Well, I think it has a lot
Cancer.
to do with it.
diseases.
I don't know, man.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with how much you fuck
No.
and how much baby you have.
No, I know.
I mean,
but-
who the fuck wants to have a kid though? Like when you got so many bills and stuff. Like I think a lot of people think about. I mean,
Economics?
Yeah, I mean, you guys probably make enough money to have kids. I don't. I literally cannot afford to have a kid. Like I would have to change so much about my life. Like I would have to live in poverty. And think about like Japanese as well. Like you don't like none of those women are getting like what do they call that, maternity leave and stuff. Like
Right.
women are like second class citizens over there. So like there's not a lot of benefits for you having a kid. What woman is going to want to mess up her career to have a kid? So I don't know. Man.
I was watching this documentary about women.
So maybe it's
in
economics
Japan.
that's killing.
I think economics is a huge factor.
You're probably right.
No, it is. It totally is.
I didn't really mean that it was technology.
But then, like,
Well, I'm sure that's helping.
because like I like for instance, I look at me and my girlfriend, and I want to have a kid,
yeah,
and at the same time, it'll still be a huge hit for us. It's not gonna
it's a huge hit.
like financially. I feel.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, a hit. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like a hit. Like, yeah, that was awesome. I thought
huge hit, guys. Good job on that baby making.
Do
Babe.
you have a baby coming? Yeah.
No, not
You
right
guys gonna have to have one?
Have to? I mean, I kind of I agree with Bobby on this one because it's I think that's the big
Mike. Put that mic
Talk
closer.
in the mic.
Talk
dude.
into the mic. You're pulling an Admiral Beef on us.
but yeah, I agree with Bobby a lot because it's definitely a big financial hit. And there's so much that goes into like raising a child and stuff like that.
Sure, but what
It's a
about?
lifestyle change. But
Do you guys not care? I mean,
Do we care? Yeah, we care.
No, it
but
wasn't
there's
part of my plan when I got Sam pregnant. I wasn't thinking this is for the nation, right? But if there was like a public service announcement. We're like, guys, we got to have kids.
See, I don't know. Maybe so, because growing up my entire life, I've always been hit with the overpopulation, bump, bump, bum, not enough
There's also
food
that,
in
yeah,
the world.
there's also
And
that.
like growing up, that was the case, but now it definitely isn't. Like a lot of populations are stagnating.
Well, the most developed ones, which lends to what you're saying. It might be economics, dude. It might be economics.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Ray was hitting up, but I also saw a documentary on this, and it was in Japan where they were having classes for. Well, one thing they were talking about was like there was a part of a town where only men lived, men that couldn't get a mate, but they were also giving classes on how to get a girl because a lot of guys didn't know how to.
Sounds like
Yeah.
the movie The Lobster.
Yeah. So
That's a great movie, dude.
So a lot of the
good movie.
Japanese stuff that I saw in this documentary that I was watching, I don't remember which one it was, dude. It was like a random night where I'm just stoned and I just started watching something on the fucking internet or something, or like Vice.
Oh,
I don't
God.
remember.
Vice.
Yeah. So
Vice
and-
should do a documentary on themselves. How shitty that place is.
and it was because a lot of they weren't having sex, but the men were not doing anything about it, and women were down, and then some of it was like a lot of tourists, especially American tourists that were going to Japan, were getting laid.
Snatching up all the ladies.
They were snatching up the ladies, dude. So I think we should all go to Japan.
DLG Con 2021.
And we all get a hall pass. but it was crazy. And I was reading the subtitle. Obviously, I don't even really know what the fuck they're saying, but the subtitles could be lies. But it's pretty much the girls were like, "We want to get laid." That's pretty much what it said.
Yeah, I think
and
it was
just,
Vice.
Yeah, it was the Vice
Yeah,
one,
it was the
right?
Vice one, yeah,
and it
that's
was
what
just
I
these
saw.
girls want to get laid. It just wasn't happening. And girls were really getting like, "I'm going on a date. I might finally get laid." It was crazy. But then again, also in the U.S., it's happening right now. People are not having sex in the U.S. either. People are having less sex right now than they ever were.
Maybe you, bro.
And no, here's the thing: older people, us, we're still having sex.
Yeah.
It's the younger generations that are not having sex. They're not fucking. They're not having sex.
Earlier today, Sam's friend was over here, and she was fucking around, and she's like, "Oh yeah, what do you do? What do you make?" Oh yeah, because she was crocheting, and she's like, "What do you make?" I was like, "I make debt, babies, and podcasts, baby."
I went to see National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation while they were showing it in theaters.
Oh, yeah, they had that.
For the holidays. Had to see it in theaters. My girlfriend had never seen it. She didn't really enjoy it. She couldn't get over the whole Chevy Chase thing, but
What? What about Chevy Chase?
Oh, he's a horrible person, dude.
Oh,
yeah, he's
yeah.
the biggest asshole in showbiz.
He's a jerk.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, I don't,
Yeah, I don't know. I
Okay.
I can look past that, but still acknowledge it. But anyway,
That's funny. Rogan was talking about him the other day about him falling all the time. He's one of the.
So he was
Yeah, he
doing
does
a lot of pratfalls, and then
yeah.
that led to him being in pain all the time.
Yeah.
That's why he's an
injured
asshole.
himself. Yeah, might be because he gets hopped up on a lot of drugs and acts very weird. Anyway, so I was watching Christmas Vacation, and he's got like, I don't know, like a 5-bedroom, 2-story house, 2-car garage, plenty of expendable income. And yet in the movie, he's played off as like the working schlub. And
right.
And at the end when his brother-in-law drags his boss in, and he's like, and he gives him this whole like speech about, like you and your big fancy house. I'm like, dude, are you looking around, man? Like, look at the house you live in. Of course, this is like 1983 or
Right,
something, but
yeah.
that was it, dude, 1983. And I don't think Beverly D'Angelo was working in that movie. She was like a stay-at-home mom. So like this guy just makes like enough to pay for this giant house, couple cars, and have a few kids. And like that was just kind of
Meanwhile,
expected
yeah.
in the early 80s. But look at us now, dude. It's like I have like a 470 square foot studio, man. Like
But then you're in San Diego, California.
that is true. I do
Yeah.
live in a very expensive part of town.
Whatever
and
you
in
would have
downtown,
bought.
dude. You live in downtown, bro. Come on.
I do.
In a high rise,
I
right?
do. Yeah. Okay.
So again, going back to the construction real quick, one of the guys I work with worked on Smart Corner, right?
Oh,
He's
he
like,
did?
Dude, I was on the top floor and I peed off the edge and stopped it because I wanted to see if I could get pee flying free motion, not connected to me or the ground yet, just like a big stream. He's like, mission accomplished.
Oh, squirt.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. It's funny because I have that balcony, and like, you know, when I moved out there, and like all my friends,
Which he locks on the 12th floor. Go ahead and run that through your, like, whatever you got to run that through. So he's basically, if Spider-Man starts getting to burglary, he's ready.
Well, it could be Tom Cruise too. I mean, you saw him.
That's true. Hanging upside down.
yeah. But when I feel like when I moved in there, like all my friends from East County, which is kind of like the redneck part of San Diego, folks, let's be honest, which is where I'm from. Like all my friends would come out and like, oh, balcony, look how high up we are. And their first reaction is to spit over it. Like, it's just, and it just reminds me of that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they're talking about, you know, when they want to get into the pool, it's like old sixth season, I think, but they want to get in the pool and they're talking about like, oh, you have class. We're born into class. And they keep having this discussion of class. And they're like, you guys, I don't know, something comes up where Charlie and Dennis are always spitting at each other, but it's just what I always think about with that.
Well, listen, dude, when you spit off of your balcony, you're probably doing those people a favor. Like, they're like, oh, this is the best shower I've had in a while.
When I was, I think the first times I was ever at Bobby's, when I used to smoke, like I would go outside, have a cigarette, and I was like, just look at, and I'd be like, and I would always be spitting, dude, just to see where it landed. You just have to spit over a fucking balcony, dude. That's what it is.
You're a Mexican redneck.
Exactly.
It's just a balcony, guys. All right. We were somewhere in the news here. Where were we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
The last one's the Xbox GPU.
Okay.
The only reason I put this in the news is because it's talking about the Navi GPU.
Okay. So this is
She's going to be
Xbox
so
Series
stoked at
X.
her Game 1 Game of the Year.
Huh?
She's going to be so
wasn't even
stoked.
here.
I know.
So Xbox Series X GPU is better than any Navi GPU release so far. So this is the new Xbox system that's going to be coming out holiday 2020.
Yeah, it's just I guess it isn't saying much.
What's Navi?
It's the AMD cards.
The AMD graphics
okay.
cards. It's not saying much, you know, but then again, it is in a way because like what the Xbox Series X coming out, it's going more to the whole point where it's just another PC. It's like a nice little basic PC for someone in a way.
Yeah.
So I thought that was neat.
And on the software and kind of like, what do you call it? Midware gray, like what do you call it? The Xbox Store, right?
Yeah.
What do we call that? That's not really software. It's kind of like grayware or whatever, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox
So
Store, okay.
between their software and their middleware, they're already, we've seen this, and this is why we're like all of a sudden, I am on the Microsoft bandwagon. Like I'm loving that they're sharing everything all across. Like it's just like pay our $9.99 a month and just fucking have fun.
Yeah.
Like we don't care, right? And I feel like even the Xbox is becoming more of a computer now.
It is.
And because they're blurring the lines between console and computer on the software and grayware side, and now we're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're already heading this way, and obviously their next console is just going to reflect that.
Yeah. I think the only thing Xbox will need to change the game is just adding Discord or adding some sort of software, more little apps that'll work on both. Like if Microsoft, which they could probably buy Discord and they can implement
the voice
it.
is missing.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's missing because, well, we're playing Call of Duty. That's pretty much all we play, which is like it was like my second pick for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's great. Everyone should try that shit. And we played Special Ops for the first time, which was really fun. Special Ops. Special Ops is kind of like
Co-op.
Left 4 Dead type 2. Not Left 4 Dead, no. But I mean, like, you're running, like, it's you, 4 people, running through a Call of Duty map, and but the multiplayer maps, and swarms of fucking, like, bad guys are coming at you, and there's bosses at certain points, and then there's objectives, like, kill all the sergeants, and you just keep killing all the sergeants, and it gets harder and harder and harder. You're picking up ammo, you're picking up the drops from like you played it,
care package.
The care packages, you get to use like the drop ships or whatever and all that shit, like I forgot what they're called right now. I'm getting drunk. But and it was super fun. And
what was your point?
I forgot what the fuck I was getting to. Anyways, so we're playing this, and we're playing with buddies, right? And like he has the Xbox. The only thing that's fucking us up is like he has his phone Discord app on in like one ear to play with us.
Lame.
So and like there's like a little modded half like Discord thing on there, but it doesn't really work that well. It doesn't work that well. Yeah. But if Microsoft were to buy Discord or do something similar to Discord or even create a
Who's
brand,
the guy on Xbox?
Drew.
Tell him to get his shit together.
Everyone knows Drew. What?
Yeah, so he took a picture.
Drew was the favorite at DLG Con.
Did he get that
The what?
settlement?
Oh, so last week this doctor finally said yes, all your injuries are work related.
Oh, nice.
So there we go. So he's gonna start going through everything.
PC anytime.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll get a PC soon. Hopefully, I think he shouldn't get a PC soon. He should fucking do some other stuff.
So anyway, we can agree. Microsoft is trying to bring everything together.
Yeah.
And their new console is probably going to reflect that.
That's all they need is just a voice. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they need. This is that
the square.
The cube.
Yeah. You don't.
Cool.
Well, if you're going to come out with a console, it better be good. I mean, it's going to last people. People have to buy this. It's not like a computer where you upgrade parts. So,
No.
Yeah.
You're stuck with this for a while, so it better be something that's cutting edge.
Consoles are pretty good at that, like because consoles could just keep on changing the way they, not really changing, but I mean
People
like
learn how to work with them.
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Because
They keep bringing out the most out of them.
Yeah.
When the PS2 came out, the first game sucked ass, and the last games on the PS2 were like, holy shit, this looks really great.
Yeah.
So consoles are able to do that. Plus, they focus a lot on the GPU and everything. So they're able to handle these high frame rates because everything's focused on that.
Yeah.
But Xbox gonna change the game, man. And Microsoft, not just Xbox. I mean, Microsoft is changing the game right now.
Yeah.
And then they have their X Cloud or whatever it's called. So I don't know how that's gonna be implemented into this.
xCloud is what?
Their streaming service of games.
Their Google Stadia.
Either Google, their Stadia.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
This article is on tweaktown.com. Now, I used to post on their forums back in the early 2000s. If apparently you have to log into your account to actually search here, but if I look for my username, I bet I could find old posts.
Oh, really? You're on
me.
TweakTown? Nice.
Yeah.
TweakTown's a good site, man.
Yep. A lot of memories there. Asked a lot of questions when I was doing my first water
My
cooler
first
build.
love was on TweakTown, guys. Her name was Q Candy 35, and she was from Alabama.
All right. Listener questions. Let's do it. Holy shit, man.
What?
Is it a long episode?
Is it a long episode?
No, we're at 2 hours and 6 minutes, but I think we spent like half an hour on news.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyway,
I found good articles for us to talk about. Talking points.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Tweaktown. See, no, it doesn't matter.
TweakTown. No, for a joke.
Yeah, for East County is Tweaktown.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Dude, I drove through East County one time. 3 dudes working at their because I was dropped off. Oh, it was for Lyft.
Yeah.
I dropped off a girl at like 2 a.m. I was like, I'm turning my shit off. Turned off my machine or my machine. My phone. Driving home. 3 dudes working out on their car at 2:30 in the morning on like a Thursday night. Like what? What are you guys doing, man?
That part of town, man, is
Tweaktown.
sketchy. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's weird. When I was driving Lyft, fuck, dude. I had a guy that didn't get in my car because he was like, Ronaldo? I'm like, yeah. You Mexican? Yeah. Thank you. And he just closed the door, and that was it. And I had another guy that just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and then he started talking about that he did, what was it? I think it was speed. I don't remember. And then I took him to Valley View Casino.
Yeah.
And it was the most interesting conversation I ever had in my fucking life, man. It was amazing. The guy was a fucking genius for that second. Well, not really a genius. It's just the stuff the way he analyzed stuff was just so weird and funny.
Yeah.
I was like, he was blowing my mind. It was crazy. But he was on fucking like speed or crack. I forgot what the fuck he was on. It was hilarious.
All right. First question from Sniper. How much do you think Cruel Rabbit drank before announcing that Pac-Man was Game of the Year?
The perfect amount to be genius.
And
that was
very
genius.
Funny.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it. That was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
I think there's like a moment where everybody was like, "Oh, he's not joking. Oh, he is joking."
You really sold it.
I actually, when he started talking about it, I was like, oh wait, maybe there was a game called Pac-Man. And then when it was like in the go, oh, he's this bitch.
All right, next question from Days. To me, Trover Saves the Universe is a pretty meta and fourth wall breaking type of game. What is the most meta game you've ever played that instead of making you immersed, it made you aware of your life and how aware the game was of your life too?
There's been a few games. I would say, I can't name them, but there's been games that are be like, go outside, like stop playing this game. And you keep playing and you keep playing. And like, despite, and there's been like, I feel like there's a little bit of that in the BioShock games where they're like, you're going to keep doing it. Like,
I think
we're going to give you missions and you're just going to keep doing them because you're kind of like our slave or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they hint to that.
Infinite kind of
I
touched
feel
on
like
that.
the game that I think really went fully out there that just really fucked us up when it came to breaking that fourth wall like crazy was Kojima game, Metal Gear Solid.
Damn it, you bitch.
Psycho Mantis.
You took my shit.
I had one thing that I was going to
the
say.
only thing I could goddamn
It's because
say.
that was the first game.
Let him
that was the first game that did it. Go for it. You know what I'm talking about. Go
yeah,
for it.
of course. It's just when he reads your memory card.
He reads your memory card.
And then even before that, they were like, you needed to contact somebody with a codec, and it said look in the back of the box, and you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Which
what are you
box?
talking about?
And you had to look in the back of your CD case for that codec.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
put in that, and that was the number. And then I think the DualShock had just come out during that time, so he made the controller move, and then he would read your memory card. And if you played any Konami games, Castlevania, whatever, he knew. So he started mentioning it, and it was just like, that was the coolest fucking thing ever. And like I wasn't watching YouTube during that time. I didn't know what was happening.
That's beyond fourth wall, dude.
Yeah, that was just
like,
some of the coolest thing ever happened. And now games do it more now.
There's some games that are specifically designed to do that. Pony Island is one that I never played, but always wanted to, but I hear is like that. Also, Super Hot.
Super Hot, yeah.
Super Hot, yeah.
That was the one where, like, at the end of the game, I was like, should I look behind me? Like, that's weird, man.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah.
I feel like Miami,
Hotline
Miami did that a little bit at the end, at the very end.
I only beat the first one. I didn't play the second one.
I don't
Hotline
remember,
Miami was Hotline
The
Miami.
ending of Hotline
I can't
Miami. I gotta
remember
look it up
anything
again.
about.
But because you run into the developers at the
that's
end.
right.
Yeah, and then they have like a message for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Super Hot was the game that came the closest to me to.
Yeah, I would say
fourth wall
Super
breaking.
Hot. That's the one that just jumped at me.
Yeah, but VR I think is very fertile ground for that kind of stuff.
Oof. Don't
it's
do
already
it.
so
Don't do
immersive.
it, developers. You don't have to do that. It's okay to jump at us and scare us. Don't chill us to our bones, man.
Dude.
All right,
that's
Zap's
right.
got a few questions here.
I like that question. Diego should answer this one first. But go for it. Read it out.
Favorite console or mobile game of the year?
Wait, console or mobile?
But either one, pick.
Either one.
There's this Disney game that's just so good.
Okay, first of all, you guys have to know a little bit about Diego.
You've spoken about him before when it came to the music on Spotify.
It's
Yeah.
so good. Dude,
No-
you just have to watch ads and they give you diamonds. I'm so good at it.
What game is this you're talking about? What Disney game?
It's called Disneyland Parks. It's on.
Okay.
So it's basically a theme park
You
builder
build it,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's Disney themed.
So it's like every other Disney game. I mean, every other
Probably.
builder game. Like if you're playing the Family Guy game, the Futurama game,
Yeah, it's probably exactly like that.
where
but
you
it's-
just the Simpsons game. You know that
To
Simpsons game?
say he's
No, not that.
obsessed with Disney, it would be putting it mildly. This guy.
What's the name of the game exactly?
Disney Parks. Disneyland Parks. It's for iOS, and then
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's the actual. That's the one when you're at the park. Remember when we went
Kingdoms.
and
Kingdoms.
Disney Kingdoms?
Yeah.
But
Nobody can find it.
right
Oh,
there.
there it is. That's it.
Disney Magic Kingdoms.
Dude, look at that. He's so happy.
Who's happy? Oh my God.
It is better with the music, but I understand it. I'm just kidding.
Play a little music.
Whoa!
Dude, look.
What was Simba
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
there?
Saw it.
Simba just brought Nala in the water. That was dirty.
All right. So you build a theme park.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just
A
like
Disney
it's just
theme
like
park.
every other mobile builder,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, okay.
You
But-
build it, you wait like
But you know
10
what?
seconds.
You know what? It's just like Apex, dude. They have events. Okay. Okay. So right now,
Just like,
Just let you guys know when we were in the kitchen before
no. So
before doing this episode, we were like, we have a game of the year, yeah, and we're like, Diego, you have a game of the year? He's like, yeah, Disney Magic Kingdom.
dude, they have a Star Wars event going on. They just had a Frozen one.
Yeah.
Dude, there's Disney movies coming out all year.
Yeah.
So there's events all year.
Okay, cool.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Come on, Disney, sponsor us.
There you go. I do a couple Disney voices. I want you to rate them.
Okay,
Ready?
go ahead. Yeah.
This is my Mufasa, right?
Yeah.
Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. And what's worth, you even put Marla in danger. Okay, I fucked things up because I'm drunk.
That sounds like the guy from Call of Duty.
That sounds like the guy from fucking Captain Phillips. I'm the
know.
captain now.
Oh. All right.
Next one.
That was a good one. No, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was bad.
I forgot what my other one was. Oh, I've got... No, it's fucked up. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Dilly-dee.
Are these all Lion King based?
What?
Are they all Lion King based?
Yeah, it's my
No,
favorite.
when we were at
animated movie.
Disney, you were doing a bunch, man. They were pretty good.
That one's yeah.
when
that
you were
was
talking
really
to
good.
Mila.
That was really good. Which was the third one though?
Oh, like I could do Mickey. Well,
Hey guys.
Damn, dude. Spot on.
Wow.
I'm gonna go actually with Mufasa. Mufasa sounded actually pretty good.
no.
He needs more whiskey.
Oh God, the impressions never go over well.
No.
Good try though.
Listen to our hidden.
So what's okay? Let's go with the question. Let's go. So
Next
favorite,
question from Zap: favorite album, artist, movie, TV show of
Jesus
the decade.
fuck, dude.
Breaking Bad.
I don't really listen to music, so I don't know.
So I don't listen to music,
decade.
but I will give it to. I think Billie Eilish,
Billie
is
Eilish.
amazing.
her fucking
dude.
album's fucking legit, dude.
She is incredible, man. I feel like it's new, it's hip, it's cool, like everything.
Are you really a good judge of what's hip?
No, but it doesn't matter. But I know what's played out. I know what's like. I've been around for those 10 years.
All right.
Billie Eilish, for sure.
You know, I thought a lot about movie because I was thinking about the year and I was coming up with like my favorite movies of the year. But then I thought about the decade because so many people have been talking about it. And I don't know, I'd have to like, because there's so many movies, man. There's always one where you forget about it. You're
Right.
like, oh yeah, that was really good too. But I don't know. Where I'm at now, I'm thinking maybe Mad Max Fury Road, movie of the decade.
Dude, I thought that movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
I agree. But so when I saw Avengers Endgame, no, not Endgame, the one right before it, the other
Infinity
Avengers, Infinity War, I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. And then
Infinity War?
And then I just rewatched Avatar with Mila, and I was like, yeah, now I remember why I said this was my favorite movie. Like, Avatar really, geez, I think it's fucking amazing.
Well, that was
You know.
2009, so it wouldn't really count for the decade.
Oh, it wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
And then in that case, it's Infinity War.
No, dude, Avatar was great, man. I watched it the other day again on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, I love
God,
that movie
it's so
much.
good, dude.
It's such a great movie, man.
The behind the scenes is amazing. Have you seen any of that?
I'm excited to see what new shit that he came up with within
Dude,
second
2 and
third.
3 on the can. They're
Yeah.
done.
It's
filmed.
I can't wait to see what he did because he brings up new technology, you know,
Yeah.
when he's filming these things.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he actually came. The reason they're taking so long to be made is because I don't know if he's still doing that, but he was coming up with new 3D technology where he didn't need glasses. Did you read about that?
No, I didn't.
He was trying. He
Whoa.
was working with people to do 3D technology without glasses on a big screen. So I don't know.
I forgot who interviewed him not that long ago. Well, 5 years ago. And James Cameron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, so first question. So as a wizard, do you stand for good or do you stand for evil? Like, he's obviously, I don't know what it is about that dude, but he just gets shit done, man. It's amazing what he does visually. Sure. Like, the story-wise, it was Dance with Wolves. I mean, I'll take one.
No, not you.
You're such a jerk. Oh, son of a bitch.
No, I'm good. All right. TV show of the decade, anybody? I don't
Breaking
know.
Bad.
Breaking
man.
Bad, dude. Breaking Bad.
That was of this day. When did
Yeah.
that start?
No, it wasn't.
It ended 2014.
It ended in this decade, but it didn't start in the decade. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you draw the line there.
It's definitely not Game of Thrones. Thing. Fuck
Not
off.
Game of Thrones, no.
Even though it was a great show, all throughout every fucking
What if,
season.
what if like they never aired the last episode and somebody was just like, oh my God, it got deleted or it died in a fire or something. And then everyone would have
Last
like
season, you mean?
the last episode, because I think everyone was on the hook until the last episode.
Yeah.
And then everyone could have just been like mourning this great loss of art.
It wasn't until the last episode where we just went, the whole season sucked.
One episode ruins years.
Well, the thing is, there was so much hope because I remember I felt I was trying to be so optimistic up to the last episode.
It's like the Disney princesses
And
are
it was-
going to come on any second.
Yeah, and it reminded me so much of like watching the second Matrix movie, where I was just like, I'm into this, I love it. What the hell?
Yeah.
But doesn't TV always kind of build you up towards something that can never really end?
It is so
greatly?
hard.
No,
I feel like it is difficult.
that's why Breaking Bad was, I mean, that was a good
perfect.
ending.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Even people were divided on the Breaking Bad ending because everything that you thought was going to happen happened in the Breaking Bad ending, and a lot of people had issue with that as well. But there's no way you can properly end a TV show. Like this is why I like movies so much better. It's just because they're short and contained. They have that natural like 3-act birth, life, death structure, and TV shows just have this kind of ongoing, persistent thing that I don't know. I have a hard time getting into TV.
I think the only other show that I liked so much when it came from the beginning to the ending, but there was like kind of like some weird aspects in one of the seasons, but it was still great, was Fringe. I don't know if you guys ever watched Fringe.
No,
No.
heard good things though.
WB
I mean-
or something, right?
It was on no.
It wasn't
on
a
Fox.
huge
It was on
show,
Fox.
but yeah, a lot
it
of
was the
people
guy
like
from the
that.
Mighty Ducks, the kid from the Mighty Ducks, like the main little, not just like not Emilio Estevez, but the kid that played. And then it was like some the chick from the girl from I forgot what.
Doesn't matter.
But it was a great show, and like it had a really cool thing. It was about like quantum physics and just some really cool like aspects of going through dimensions, and it was really neat. Every season just got better and better and better. The last season was kind of like, all right, you guys are going a little too far, and then they started bringing it back, and it's like, and then it ends like. I was so happy and content. It's been such a long time.
I've been hearing so many good things about like The Expanse, which is so cool because like it started off in sci-fi, right? And then I believe they had 2 seasons canceled. Jeff Bezos was like, "Fuck that shit, money magic," right? And like 3 and 4 were done on Amazon.
Yeah,
and people were like, "Oh, like mind blowing Amazon!" Like. Not Amazon, but like season 4 is the best season. You don't hear that about shows.
No, you don't.
You don't hear that the 4th season is the best season.
No.
But that's what money magic
That's what
can
money
do.
does.
Yeah. Anyway.
Here's some of my billions.
I guess if I was to argue like another one, but I think it does keep closer to that 3rd act structure, would be maybe like True Detective, the first season. I don't know if you...
Never saw it.
A lot of people talk about that too.
That first season of True Detective was really well done.
Yeah.
Thanks, Logan the lad.
So yeah. Oh wait. So thank you, Recycled, for 100 biddies.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Logan the lad, for subscription. And then there was when we were working around the pop up came up, we never said thank you to whoever gave us that donation. It was a $5 donation from who was it?
Was that Chosen?
It was it Chosen. Thank you, Chosen.
Thanks, Chosen. And she wasn't even here.
I know. Damn.
Oh, what a guy.
Damn.
Yeah. I think he
the
likes
alerts
Diego.
Like this cute little guy.
Oh.
Oh, he's showing a little bit of fingertips.
No, I'm married.
I'm married, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Denied $5.
No. I don't have the window up, so hopefully, wow, that got really loud all of a sudden. Hopefully, the alerts were working in chat. If someone could tell me, that would be great. Take your time. All right, last question from Zap. Favorite Shadow Master question of the decade? I wish I had a little more
I'll do you one better.
notice.
I would say my favorite questions came from Shadow Master.
Yes.
But not because they're good, because they're terrible.
He's had some
But-
good ones.
He had some good.
But
He
for
had some
some-
good ones.
But f-
There was one.
no, there
There was
wasn't.
one
No,
where
there wasn't one
There
where
was-
you would be like, "That is a great question." There wasn't one.
where you went.
Yeah.
That was a great question, Shadow Master.
No, that never
so-
happened once. But what did happen was
He gave
we
us.
would read it, be confused, and then for some reason go on some philosophical like conversation. Yeah. Synapses firing. like I don't know. We would just the best
amazing.
conversations we've ever had.
Had was thanks to him.
Yes.
Some of the best on the
Listen,
radar.
You can't get air
Just
without
thanks
a
to him.
ramp. You can't do sweet jumps off your bike without a ramp. Shadow Masters are a ramp.
Yeah, dude. He fucking. I remember one question where it was so grammatically wrong. Where do you remember that question? We couldn't stop laughing. So what if Ray were like to do the thing that like whatever and like and then everyone's happy? And we're just like we couldn't stop. It was just so great and it was beautiful, but it made sense and we understood the question. We're like, because of this, Shadow Master.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, because of
that's your answer.
You know what?
And we
Listener
love
of the
you.
year.
Listener
Shadow
of the
Master.
year. Yes,
God damn
Shadow
it.
Master. Round of applause.
Yes.
So
Hey, he's got a girlfriend this year.
Oh,
She's
damn.
not bad looking.
Is it,
too.
is it the same one? Oh, it's another different girl.
Oh, the one he killed?
No. The one under the barnyard, next to the barnyard?
all right. Next question from Shadow Master. Would you let someone you didn't know die for $1 million?
Yes.
Tax free.
No.
Oh wait. No.
Damn, dude. I don't know. I said yes, but no.
This is a movie, right?
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Well, for sure it's a
Jennifer Lopez.
Twilight Zone thing.
No. This
Episode.
is a movie. The Cube, The Box, Jennifer Lopez.
Twilight episode first.
How much guilt would you have for how long knowing that the fun you're having or the whatever you're spending it is because someone died?
Wait, would it be like in this planet?
Here.
No, Aliens.
No, dude. An alien planet.
The Cell?
Then it's the same thing. It's life.
Yeah, it's here, dude.
Diego's like, damn it, Ray, you just fucked it up for me. Because I was going to say, fuck aliens.
$1 million. I don't
I couldn't
know
do
them.
it. I couldn't do it.
$1 million knowing someone.
It depends if this was an episode of the Twilight Zone. Because if it was an episode of Twilight Zone, obviously that was a person that knows how to make the medicine that my daughter needs when she
Yeah.
was about to die. right. That's how it always works out.
It has to be something related to
Okay,
you
yeah, this
somewhere
is
or
The
another.
Box,
The Box.
2009.
No, dude. Check out.
No, literally looking at it right
No,
here.
no, I know that.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
exists.
there's The Box.
But there was a Twilight Zone episode that did this exact same.
Okay.
Where you
Yeah.
push a picture on, you put push a button on a box, and somebody dies.
Can't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it. Dude, and $1 million? I mean, dude, it's 2019. Come on, man. Like,
Dude, $1 million I'd be set for a long time. I'm just saying. I'd be fine.
you'd be surprised how fast $1 million goes.
Well, if I would just keep my lifestyle right now, I'd be fine. I'd be good.
I could have Game of Year editions for about 3 years.
I don't even know what I'd do
I
with
could
$1
not
million.
work for the next 5 years, and I would focus on DLG like crazy, and hopefully pick it up to the point where we don't have to work anymore, and then I'll be happy. Sorry, someone was dying. Someone's dying. I'm so sorry. Someone is dying.
Okay. Days asks.
Sorry, Bill.
Days asks, what would you not do for $1 million tax free?
Suck a dick. It doesn't matter.
$1 million.
I would not. I can't.
I'd suck the fuck out of
I
that
would
dick.
not want to be that when you're okay. Wait. Would anyone know?
Like who?
Anyone?
No, just your own spirit.
Oh, only you knew,
And the guy, yeah.
and the guy,
Well, what if you got a glory hole
or
situation?
a glory hole situation.
yeah.
So he didn't know. And
How does a robot know
you
where
just
the glory holes
walked
are?
in. You walk into a square, into a room, and you're like, for $1 million, suck this dick, and it just comes at you in front of a hole. Would you do it?
Well, you got to suck it to completion, right?
Oh, would you swallow? Would you spit it out?
Oh my God, dude.
Sorry, Bobby, calm down. He's gonna have another allergic reaction.
No, you can spit it out.
No. I mean, yeah. Fuck that. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I would. No. Wait. No. I don't want to. Oh no. I don't know. That's weird. No, I can't suck a dick. I would never suck a dick. No.
I wouldn't let somebody die. I'm just going back to.
I wouldn't let somebody die.
Okay. That's funny.
No, I don't know, man. Would you let? No. What would you not do? Yeah, no, I wouldn't suck a dick. I couldn't. It'd be in the back of my head forever. And whenever I would see, no, I couldn't. No, no.
All right. Last question.
I don't
here.
even know what just happened.
I don't know. I went into a huge dick sucking conversation.
I'd
Rant.
suck the fuck out of a dick for $1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
Ray, I'd suck your dick for $1 million. You can tell everybody. I'd be like, I got $1 million.
You got $1 million, my bitch.
I think that's why he was thinking spit or swallow.
Yeah, I'm like,
Would I swallow
That's
it?
weird. No, we're getting too in depth. Stop. That's so weird.
All right,
If
Logan.
wait, hold up. Okay, if no one knew, I would. For $1 million, yeah. If no one knew, and no one would know.
I would do it on the podcast for $1 million.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. For $1 million? No.
Yes. Bobby, come here.
He's trying to get so hard to the next question.
I was like,
Bobby's like, move on, move on.
it's
move
that
on.
thing that like
Move on.
R2D2 like spins into the other.
The open doors and shit. That's long, Bobby.
I think we get TOS'd if that happens. All right. Logan the Lad asks, if your favorite genre was a kind of cuisine, which would it be and why?
I battle with this all the time because I feel that Mexican is really high up there, but at the same time, I have to go with Japanese because of sushi and I love tempura. But
Yeah, I don't think you heard the question.
Yeah,
Oh,
genre.
wait.
What do you mean genre?
Okay. If your favorite genre of video
Oh, my
game
bad.
was a kind of cuisine, what would it be and why?
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't put in
a
video.
roguelike would be like different pancakes every day, different bit of flavor, like the same meal every single day, but just different enough to keep you going on the same meal. That was an easy one. Like steak.
For me, it's steak. I love steak. I love bloodiness.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
FPS shooters.
Yeah.
I want to see blood on my steak. I love a
bloody
fucking
steak.
rare, fucking
Violence.
bloody steak. Violence. Fuck you up. You dead. I win.
But I don't know if steak is a cuisine, right?
It's a cuisine right
All
now.
right. Because I was gonna say American.
American.
Because I just want to see shit blow up and like.
Yeah, there you go.
I like
American
it.
cuisine.
Lunchables. I don't know.
Oil. WD-40.
If my favorite genre was a kind of cuisine, what's my favorite genre?
Not playing video games.
Maybe like Mediterranean.
Watching movies.
Watching movies.
Anything but hots.
That last puzzle game that I played.
I don't know. Point and click adventure games. What would that be? That'd be like what's a
I feel like it's
You gotta-
Mediterranean.
like
there's
a
lot of-
bento box, Bobby. Because you got a point and like,
I don't know. Candy.
all right, there you go.
All right. That's it. What's everyone playing next year? Oh, hey. Wordplay. Don't you always hate when somebody does that? Like, it always happens at work because we have a 2-week break. They're like, I'll see you next year.
Oh, white people.
Have a good year. We got to do this until the end of the year.
Yeah. Fucking Karen. Oh, what am I playing? Dude, I keep saying I'm going to play Boneworks and I haven't bought it yet. And I need to do that. I need to,
JP Diddy says it was amazing.
I need to do it. I need to do it
Very
now.
good things.
Now and now and now. Like today.
I'm probably going to end up playing more Deep Rock. Yeah.
Damn.
Diego, I'm going to go ahead and guess you're going to play the only game that you have.
No, he just started playing.
No,
he started playing Halo.
I
Dude, why don't you... Do you have... Okay, first of all, do you have a controller?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have 2 controllers?
Yeah.
That connect to your PC?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would say try to get your girl into the PC game a little bit. There are games that are like super simple and super fun for both people.
Maybe like we've tried because I've modded my computer to play Nintendo Wii U.
Yeah.
So we were playing
The Lion King.
that one, but also no, we were playing Mario World 2 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So we were playing some Mario games and stuff like that. And
Is it the dolphin one or what's it called?
no, I was using Simu.
Simu. Yeah, Simu. Yeah, never mind. Simu.
Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time, dude. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
But I think next year I'm gonna be playing Death Stranding, only because I'm like such a huge Hideo Kojima fan.
Emilio's got like sexy
Like-
eyes right now on Diego for some reason.
But
He's like slowly rubbing
He's like rubbing his
face.
beard. I think you should play Lovers.
I think
And then
there's that radio voice.
Diego's about to bring up his ring. I'm
feel-
married,
feel so-
and I don't have $1 million.
I feel so vulnerable right now.
Diego doesn't have $1 million, bro. Calm down. It's not the podcast for it.
No, but I'll be playing Death Stranding once it's out on PC. Because, like I said, I'm just a huge fan of Hideo Kojima. I enjoy his storytelling.
Yeah,
more than
Diego's
anything.
one of my buddies with Hideo. Like we're huge on this. He there's a thing called PlayStation Now for the PC where you can play. You pay how much is it right now? $10 a month.
It's $10 a month. I just bought it just so I can replay Metal Gear 4 because
Yeah.
I love the
Go on.
cutscenes.
Like all the great PlayStation games, and I think they started adding PlayStation 4 games now.
Yeah, they have God of War on there.
Yeah, they started adding PlayStation 4 games for PS Now. So PlayStation, it was mostly PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games. Now they added a couple PlayStation 4 games, and you pay $10 a month, and you play all these Sony games, first-party titles, on your PC.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Kind of like what Microsoft is
But
doing.
it's set up like Stadia. It's not set up like Xbox. So,
yeah, it's streaming.
So it's streaming. You
It's
don't,
streaming.
You don't download it.
Yeah,
And it
they've
works well?
It works well.
The only
Well-ish.
issue I had was when I added a second, like when I went away from my monitor to my TV because I was just trying to like lay on my bed and play.
Yeah, stream it, kind of.
Yeah,
Stream it locally.
But
Yeah.
I think it's just my HDMI cable. I think I need a newer HDMI.
Yeah,
What I
Amazon
was
is cheap.
thinking is, I could fuck Diego, right? And then use him as a condom to fuck Ray.
Wait, is this? Are we still at the $1 million question? He's like without $1 million.
Just do it for free.
He's like no $1 million.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'll find something new to play other than Deep
Yeah,
Rock.
Bobby, we gotta. Okay, I think our goal at DLG this year is get Bobby as enthused as we are with new games. I feel maybe
Enthusiastic.
Doom would
He's
do
in
it
a
for him a
slump
little
right
bit.
now.
He's in a slump. He hasn't
I'm playing
found.
games. I'm playing new games, just not the new games that come out. Like I'm playing all these games, like games that are new to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back in 2005. It's just we gotta. I don't know. It's just we gotta get you gaming
Well,
with us.
let's take it slow. I'll bring a Rick and Morty game, and we'll play a card game, and then we'll go from there. Those are really cool.
Speaking for Diego,
Oh.
Ray, Bobby, and myself, Diego Titties, everybody. Bye.
You couldn't stop thinking about his titties either. You just had to bring him up at the end. I want to see Diego titties. Word Coney is.